You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Is this a live look, Hamby? Are we live right now? Man, we could sell this to other teams and make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we're not going to do that. But this is a live look right now at Jaguars training camp, day number 1 on the field. I saw the crowd, filtering in to practice. Looks like a pretty solid turnout today. Just in, I guess you would call it helmets and shells, maybe, for the first couple days. And then I think next week, you're going to start getting to those full padded practices, and that's when things get amped up a bunch. But nevertheless, an exciting time now around Jacksonville, and Brent Martineau is there himself. He'll be checking in later on. We got Travis Hunter here. I believe this is a Brent Martineau special. Recorded this morning. This is probably before practice, I assume. Working on the get-offs a little bit. We're working on getting off the line of scrimmage. You like to see it. I mean, Hamby, do I dare say, is he one of the very first people out there for practice?
I believe he was.
All right, kind of have that Evan Ingram effect a little bit. I'm not mad about that. Anytime a rookie can get out there, and especially a highly valued rookie can get out there and get some extra reps, and why not? Hamby, before we get started here, I'm going to make an executive decision.
Okay.
Because I didn't know, this was going to be a thing on our show. I thought it was kind of like a one-off. We had some fun with it. Apparently, the Brent and Austen Show training camp darlings is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing. I thought we were going to talk about it for a day, and that was it. We're going to follow these quote-unquote darlings, I guess, for the entire training camp / preseason to see how they do. Here's my executive decision. We're not calling them darlings. Because when I hear the word darling, I think of like a sweetie or like a love, if I saw, and once again, I'll refer to my guy, Eli, don't even know his last name, from North Dakota State, who might get a bump now because we've seen Maason Smith has been put on, the PUP list. We'll get into that in a second. Mm-hmm. I feel like darlings doesn't really strike fear in with football players. I feel like we need to switch it up a little bit.
All right. So you have a suggestion?
No, I'm just saying I'm not calling them darlings anymore.
All right. Well, here's what I'll agree to. You come up with a better suggestion.
I mean, what do you want, Hamby?
But guess what?
Training camp sweeties?
Until then, there's my training camp darling right there.
I'm going to say training camp underdogs or something like that.
13, let's go, baby.
Training camp underdogs. You can't call a grown man a darling, and you can't call a grown man a sweetie or a sugar pop or a love or a sweetheart. Darling is right there. I can't do it, Hamby. I'm going to call them training camp underdogs until further notice. You and Brent can do your thing. And then we'll
obviously... It's what they're called, dog.
Darlings. When's the last time you used the word darling where it wasn't like a grandma, a niece?
Last training camp.
You call them darlings? We call them darlings again last year?
This is not our thing.
What do you mean?
This is not... Brent didn't come up with that term. A camp darling is a thing around the NFL. Who came up with training camp
darling? Show me the Carfax.
Oh, that's not going to... Austin, that's not going to be a thing that's...
A training camp darling? I'm putting an end to it, Hamby.
Here we go. Chiefs Insider throws wet blanket on popular training camp darlings.
Okay.
That's one. Here's Rams. Rams wide receiver predicted to be training camp darling.
Do you mean... Giants. Hey, Hamby. Do you mean when we talk about NFL camps and how the media approaches things, or scouts when they're trying to describe combine players, have we kind of agreed that sometimes maybe there's better words to use, let's not talk about their bubble butts, let's not talk about their tight hips, let's branch out a little bit? I'm trying to branch out with darlings. I don't think darlings is the best thing to be using when we're describing players that are underdogs. I'd rather say underdog, because to me, once again, and then we'll put a period at this sentence, to me, darling is right up there with dear. It's right up there with a sweetheart, a sweetie. And hey, man, I ain't trying to talk about training camp sweeties. Yep. All right, we're good.
Everybody is, though.
We'll get. You know what? You know who's going to agree with me here? Casey Kurtz. We'll bring Casey Kurtz here
Casey,
in the.
Of course.
Okay. Because we are the voiceless here, me and Casey Kurtz, right? We tell it like it is.
And I try to, I would like to say that I'm part.
Sure.
I
okay.
On y'all's team.
Okay, but now you're saying there's no problem with Darling.
I already agreed. If you got a better suggestion, I'll run.
Underdogs.
Nah.
Okay, well, I think it's better than Darling. Nevertheless, listen, we got a lot of stuff to cover today about training camp. We got Steven in the comments, Ozzy Osbourne. I was getting to that a little bit later, too, as well. Loss of a legend there. To me, I mean, I think the biggest story now, because we had Liam Cohen on yesterday, talked about, injuries are, everyone's looking good for training camp and everything. Everyone's excited to report. And then it's announced last night that Maason Smith has been placed on the PUP list. Now, we don't know what the extent of this is, right? Because when you put on the PUP list, it can be a lot of things. It can be, maybe, heaven forbid, knock on wood, there's some family issues going on and you just can't be there at practice. It can be an undisclosed injury. It can be a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But we've just seen the video with Maason Smith a couple days ago with the hunt, where it looked like he was getting after it, playing the tug of war and everything. What do you think is going on with Maason Smith? Is this a big deal? Like, I would assume now Eric Armstead takes those starting reps because, I mean, at least once again, this is, the unofficial depth chart. Like, Maason Smith and Eric Armstead, I believe, were the guys that were competing, for that playing time. I guess Eric Armstead gets the bump now, but this is a veteran we're talking about. He has a lot of tread on those, he's lost a lot of tread on those tires. Like, how much reps is he going to get? What does this do for the defense now, losing Maason Smith, at least for a little bit of time, Hamby?
Well, here's the thing, Austin, is that, like you mentioned, we saw him in the hunt, right, which was camp, OTAs, all that. I mean, Marcel Robinson interviewed him and talked to him at his camp. That was, 6 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. Obviously nothing there. Didn't mention anything. Not to say that he couldn't have gotten hurt, training on vacation or anything. But it just, of all the guys, right, after everything that happened last year there was just confusion. And that's not necessarily, I don't even know if that's his fault, as it was, we just couldn't get a clear answer from Doug Peterson or Nielsen. Yeah. We just couldn't get it for the life of us, Yeah. So, of all the guys that could land on the PUP list, this is just one of the more confusing one because it feels, it could be totally a separate situation. It just feels like, oh man, here we go again. Yeah. Like, we saw flashes from him at the end of last season where he is now one of the more projectable players on that defensive line. And if you go all the way back, of course, that was a bulky project pick, right? He wasn't anywhere near the big board when Balky drafted him so high. Mm-hmm. But well, yeah, I mean, we knew all along that this was going to be a project. It's going to take time. So from the jump, we were like, all right, year 2. Yeah. Right? All that stuff happens last year. He shows flashes towards the end of the season. All the stuff with Armstead. And now it's like, all right, well, like this is Maason Smith's job to win and to keep. Yeah. And if he goes out and takes it, like, there's going to be excitement around that. Pairing him with, obviously, Trayvon and Josh. Obviously, you have Devon Hamilton as your nose. But we expect to see Maason Smith in there a whole lot. Yeah. And I'm hoping that maybe this is maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, there's definitely a lot of reasons to be on the PUP list. It's not injury related. I think Liam Cohen is talking right now, and Brent's obviously there. Yeah.
So we'll have some answers in a little bit.
So we should expect to have some answers in the next 30 minutes.
I see Z Fortner in the chat here now because since Brent's gone, I gotta keep an eye on this chat. So Z Fortner related to could this be that the fact that he failed the conditioning test, right? Mm-hmm. And now, like, I've heard. I'm not going to say anything until I hear more because you hear rumblings and everything. I'm going to be honest. Like, I would be very surprised if the reason why he's on the PUP list is because of the conditioning test. Because if you followed Maason Smith at all during this offseason, like, the dude's been busting his ass, right? So I have a hard time believing like a guy who looks like, once again, it's hard to know everything behind the scenes, but appears to be putting a lot of the work in. It's just going to come into a conditioning test and not pass it. And keep in mind, even if you're on the fringe of the conditioning test, like, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, if that's the case, then he would have to go out there and just, like, flunk it, which I don't think is the issue. Now, maybe I'm completely wrong, and maybe like we said, Liam Cohen will come out here in a couple minutes saying, yeah, he's not in shape. He failed the conditioning test. I just think that Maason Smith has been busting his ass during, the offseason.
Sure.
For conditioning. And we've seen, once again, it doesn't mean everything, right? It's behind the scenes. But we've seen in the hunt that he's been training here as well, which is great to help acclimate. It's not like he's, from a cold weather climate anyway, so I think he's going to be okay in terms of the heat. So this either leads to maybe a personal issue or it's an injury. And to echo your point, Hamby, you hope it's not a serious injury because this guy has had a couple of them. Right. And then this is a reason why a lot of draft experts said that the Jaguars maybe reached a little bit because in college he was dealing with some issues in terms of injuries. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully, a few days here or there, whatever the case may be. But this is a guy I feel like they have to depend on. Mm-hmm. Right. This is a guy now who, where you were taken, and I get it, it's not Gladstone's guy, it's not Liam Cohen's guy, but you're still a second-round pick, right? And even though it's from the previous regime, you want to see that second-round pick, be made good of, essentially.
Right.
So then to answer another question in the chat, well, what happens now, right? Maason Smith, who was probably a slated starter, at least a rotational starter, now you have guys like Eric Armstead and probably Jordan Jefferson. And once again, we don't even know what this defense is going to be yet, Hamby.
Right.
Like, we don't know what Campanelli has envisioned. Like, I've spoken on it many times before where I think they're going to go. But until we see, pads, until we see team periods, it's going to be hard to get a beat on exactly what Campanelli wants to do. But what I would assume would happen now is that you're going to move up Eric Armstead. But once again, I caution that because this guy has earned his reps. This guy has earned his stripes. And traditionally, when we talk about training camp, whether it's a coach who's been versed in the system for a while or it's a new coach in Liam Cohen, usually they give the veteran leadership like that the benefit of the doubt. Where, maybe you're going to practice a little bit, but we're going to bring you along slowly because we don't need to push you. We don't need you to prove anything. Now, we still need Eric Armstead to prove that, hey, defensive tackle is truly your position, right? And last year was an anomaly. But, I don't expect him to get all the first-team reps. So then if that's the conversation, then, yeah, I'm looking at guys like Jordan Jefferson to step up. I'm trying to think who else we can talk about here. I mean, do I dare say Eli Mostert, my quote-unquote training camp underdog? Maybe he steps up a little bit. So it's not the end of the world. I don't think it's even really that big of a deal until it is a big deal. And we'll find out more once Liam Cohen says exactly what's going on.
Well, we're going to find out right now.
Okay.
Brent says it's just Liam Cohen, who just spoke. Brent, obviously, relaying, says it's just a precautionary thing that he tweaked something.
Okay.
And didn't say what that was, what body part.
Sure.
But just a precautionary thing on Maason Smith.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't like the word tweak, right? Because then we hear tweak and it's like, okay, it could be a soft tissue injury. And anybody who follows football or any kind of sport knows that if you have a soft tissue injury, calves, hamstrings, quads, those can be lingering if you don't take care of yourself and rehab those right. So I guess going forward, we're just going to call it a tweak, Hamby, and we're going to hope that whatever that tweak is, they move him along slowly and make sure when he comes back, he's 100% ready to go. Because you don't want to see the lingering effects here. We see this all the time in the NFL. Guys try to come back too soon, and especially with a guy like Maason Smith, who I feel like is young, has a lot to prove. This is going to be on the coaches, and it's going to be on the strength staff to try to save Maason Smith from himself and go, hey, just take your time getting back so by the time the regular season happens, you're 100%.
Yeah, this is best case scenario, though, because I just think about what our mind goes to when we think about being put on the PUP list. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that can be, a death in the family, so you're out for just a couple of days or anything like that, mm-hmm. But normally when I think PUP list, I think, oh dear. There's,
of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think everybody does as well. And this makes sense considering what we said about Maason Smith in the hunt, Maason Smith talking to Marcel, even Liam Cohen yesterday. We asked him about injuries. He said, obviously Gardick is on the PUP because he's still recovering from his ACL, but didn't mention anything else. So maybe in their workout yesterday, that was it. And, he'll rest for a week, maybe. Who knows? And we'll be right back out there.
Yeah, and you hope that's the case, right? Because, I mean, what would the other side be? they bring him out there because it's a very minor injury, but then he's not practicing. He's not taking the first team reps. And then what are we asking? Well, why isn't Maason Smith out there? Why isn't Maason Smith the first? So then we have those narratives. So, yes, I would rather you nip it in the bud right now. Don't let him practice until he's 100%, and then obviously ingrain him as you see fit, and hopefully it's nothing serious, Hamby, and hopefully we can just move on.
Absolutely.
Did he mention the other player too as well? And I'm drawing a blank for the name. The guy from the Cardinals.
Gardick,
yeah, thank you.
Well, I don't know if he did today, but I know just yesterday he said, he's just a work in progress because he tore his ACL in October.
Sure.
So he's in month 9?
Yeah.
Which
gonna bring him along sparingly. Obviously, the guy who has a lot of experience. So yeah, I got you. Okay.
And I think he said, he's a guy who, is gonna play a specific role.
Sure.
Right, this is not an every down guy, so they're able to kind of take their time with him. Well, since we're talking about defensive line, let's go. Apparently, according to my Twitter timeline, we're going to have a new All-Pro.
Yeah,
putting his hand in the dirt next to Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen if the Bengals don't get their act together.
Yeah. This is. I'm very curious to see how this is going to all shake out. Number one, can the Bengals really even afford Trey Hendrickson at the moment? I don't know their salary cap situation. I know you guys you can always move some pieces around. You can front load money. There's always money, right? As we always say, the salary cap is much of a facade than anything. But can they theoretically pay him what he wants? Because let's be honest, the guy he deserves to be 1, 2, whatever, 3 overall, the top highest paid edge rushers in the NFL. The numbers speak for that. We saw that with Josh Hines-Allen. We've seen that now with TJ Watt. This dude deserves to get paid. And I feel like the longer they wait, the longer that guys like TJ Watt get the new contracts or get re-upped and everything, the worse it's going to look for the Bengals. Mm-hmm. And I get your identity, your calling card, what you're known for isn't defense, right? Your defense is actually pretty trash last year. But you can't take away from the fact that Trey Hendrickson is one of the most talented edge rushers and one of the most underrated players, I feel like, in all of the NFL.
Absolutely.
And I think he's a leader as well. Anytime you have a guy that's that skilled, he's got to be a leader in that locker room. So the fact that he's not getting paid, yeah, I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration when you saw guys like T. Higgins get paid, right? And you're just sitting there thinking, how many sacks did he have? 17, 18, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Was my league leading sack performance not good enough for you guys, or I'm getting a new contract? Guess not. So go ahead.
My bad. So, but apparently he's saying that their offer was atrociously low.
Correct.
And that he was willing to take less, but that wasn't even what they were offering wasn't even close to. He made $18 million last year. Austin, that is such a bargain for the Cincinnati Bengals. A guy who's able to he's a top 5 edge rusher in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. Right? The guy's probably deserving, according to the market, of $30 million a year. And here's what the Bengals, I think, have failed to understand, and I'm not going to do a whole thing on why the Bengals haven't won in recent years, but a lot of it is because they have prioritized offense over defense, and that's not a shock. Everybody knows that.
Back on to a Super Bowl, by the way.
I get it. But, Austin, this team is better with Trey Hendrickson and no T. Higgins than T. Higgins and no Trey Hendrickson. If you give Burrow $60 million a year and you pay Chase, do you not trust them that even without T. Higgins, they'd still be successful? Will they score 40 points a game? Will Burrow lead the league in passing touchdowns? Maybe not, but that's still the most lethal combination stats-wise in the NFL. Burrow and Chase is the best quarterback to receiver only combination in the National Football League.
But here's the thing, and much to the dismay of a guy like Allen Robinson, who thinks the Lions have the best wide receiving core of 1 and 2, if you look at T. Higgins and you look at Jamar Chase, that's the best A and B option that you have in the entire NFL.
100%.
Hands down.
100%.
And to kind of play devil's advocate a little bit here, you have a guy in Trey Hendrickson now who's been doing it for a long time. Now, get it. It's looked good. Last season, 17.5 sacks. 2023, 17.5 sacks. This dude's had back-to-back 17.5 sack seasons, and we don't talk about it enough. Back in 21, 14 sacks. 2020, 13.5 sacks. So this guy has been super consistent in terms of what he brings to the table. And would he look good in Jacksonville? Well, without a doubt, because then what's the overall synopsis going to be? You bring him to Jacksonville. He's already in Jacksonville. And then you move Trayvon Walker down to 3 technique, right? Trayvon put a little weight on, hit up some more fast food, get that calorie input in, and you're playing 3 technique, right? Or at least, like, you know, in some faction, you're going to use like a NASCAR package, and then you'll have him maybe on the edge, whatever the case may be. But you can move Trayvon Walker inside. Now, do I want to see it? No. But if Trey Hendrickson's here, you gotta, right? But now here's where I say pump the brakes a little bit, and here's where I err on the side of caution, and I'm playing the devil's advocate. If you're the Bengals, and you had an option to either pay Trey Hendrickson or you pay T. Higgins, well, who are you paying? Are you paying a bona fide, I think, one receiver who's kind of like your 1B receiver to help out your offense, which is your identity? It is your calling card. It's what your head coach knows. Oh, and by the way, T. Higgins, 26 years old. Or do you pay a 30-year-old guy who's going into his, how many seasons? He's going into his 9th NFL season right now. Maybe he has, and once again, like I say this, but he's had his 2 best seasons the past 2 years. But like, is there a risk of paying a 30-year-old essentially, who one would think he's starting to go out of his prime a little bit, but the numbers speak differently. But one would think, okay, how much do you really have left in the tank? And would you give him that top 3, maybe that top money for a 30-year-old as an edge rusher if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I would pay Hendrickson. I'd pay Hendrickson. I know he's 30 years old, but again,
over T. Higgins?
Yes, I would.
Really?
Yes, because I think that, again, what does the money say about what the Bengals think of Burrow and Chase? They're capable. Higgins is a huge help. I get it.
He's more than, like, because look at this. Like,
I think he's a 1B receiver, Austin, but if you have...
Guess what, man? Welcome to the NFL. You're going to need a 1B receiver.
I get it.
A legit 1B receiver.
But you have nobody on the other side who can get to the quarterback. You still have the best receiver in the National Football League and the best quarterback.
But
stats-wise.
I understand that, man. But
I had him at 1 in my quarterback rank.
Sure.
So
sure.
If I have the number 1 quarterback and the number 1 wide receiver, right, I've got to prioritize something on the other side of the ball. I've got to trust that they're going to be able to get the job done. If you don't think Jamar Chase can win, even if he's being shadowed, obviously you don't want him to be shadowed, but he's going to win regardless. We've seen him do it time and time again.
Yeah, but Hamby, Justin Jefferson won regardless too, and look what they did. They added Jordan Addison. Like this is
then
how
he should have taken somebody in the draft.
No, man, because this is how the NFL works now, Hamby. Okay, like you need to have a legit 1A and a 1B. You simply cannot do it anymore with just a legit 1 receiver. Teams will key in on that. Why do you think the Jacksonville Jaguars took Travis Hunter over Mason Graham? We all talked about it. This interior defensive line needed help. And look at it, lo and behold. Hopefully Maason Smith is something serious, but, you might need some more help now, depending how long he's going to be out for with this nagging injury. The Jaguars took Travis Hunter for a reason, because if you want to compete now, if you want to put up points, which is the name of the game in the NFL, you got to have a legit 1 receiver and a legit 1B receiver. Travis Hunter's going to be that legit 1B receiver, and then you're going to sprinkle him on playing defense. Like, that's just the way that it is. I understand why they pay T. Higgins over Trey Hendrickson.
Then take a receiver in the first round, let T. Higgins go, and give Trey Hendrickson the money. Instead of signing T. Higgins, then you have nobody else. Do you know who their top edge rusher on the depth chart is right now?
Well, I mean, they drafted Shamar Stewart, to replace Trey Hendrickson, but obviously that's not going...
So they're being doubly dumb. They're being stupid.
Listen, I agree with you here.
Let's just put all of our marbles on one single side of the football and totally ignore the defense.
They didn't put all their marbles on they drafted a first-round defensive end.
Then sign him.
I agree, and they should. Like this has nothing to do with like building a. Okay, the Shamar Stewart stuff has everything to do with the owner and the GM not wanting to pay him. But that's got nothing to do with roster construction. Like, they went about it the right way. If they thought Trey Hendrickson was going to sit out because of his contract, and once again, I'm saying that he probably should because he's earned a new contract. But if that was the plan, okay, he's probably going to sit out. He's not happy with us. Well, then let's draft somebody. And they did. Now, it's not the coach's fault. It's not his teammates' fault that for whatever reason you can't give Shamar Stewart his guaranteed contract like every other player that got taken in the first round. Like, that's on the Bengals front office. That's not on the coach. That's not on the players. But at least they try to make an effort. Now, making an effort, they did a horrible job in terms of execution because he's still not signed. But at least they made an effort, Hamby. Like, that's them making the effort. No, he's not going to replace Trey Hendrickson. No, Shamar Stewart's not going to get 17.5 sacks this season. But at least it's an effort to go, you know what? Let's invest in a first-round pick. And if Trey Hendrickson wants to sit out, we have somebody for him.
But how is that any kind of future planning if you don't sign the guy that you drafted?
Hamby, once again, he's going to get signed eventually. Like, it's asinine. It's stupid. Give him the guaranteed money. I'm with you. I guess the Bengals got cocky and thought, you know what? He's happy to be here. He's going to sign regardless. Like, they didn't have the foresight to think, hey, maybe if we take guaranteed money away, he's not going to sign. Once again, that's on the Bengals organization front office. I get that, okay? Just like not paying Trey Hendrickson, that's on the Bengals front office. So, yeah, they aren't doing things the right way, but I saw the vision in trying to draft Shamar Stewart if Trey Hendrickson was going to sit out.
You got to get it done.
Well, now let me ask you this then, because obviously Trey Hendrickson right now, Jacksonville local.
Right.
I believe he's in Jacksonville right now.
Do you have any idea where he's training?
I have guesses, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have some guesses, yeah. No, I actually saw him. I'm kidding. I didn't see him. He's getting top 3 money.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Maybe highest paid, or do you think TJ Watt's got that mantle?
I don't think he'll be highest paid. He's 30.
Second highest paid?
He's 30. Yeah.
Second highest? Okay, second or third. If you're the Jaguars, do you pull the trigger knowing that you probably got to pay Trayvon Walker as well? Now, I'll say this one thing and I'll let you speak.
Yeah.
If you move Trayvon Walker down to the 3 technique, that could save you some money in the long run. Because traditionally,
sure, of course.
Unless you're Aaron Donald, unless you're Chris Jones, traditionally you're getting more of your numbers, you're getting more of those quarterback sack pressures on the edge than you are up front. Do you save a little bit with Trayvon Walker, but then is it hard to justify re-upping on Trayvon Walker, paying Josh Hines down what you're paying him, and then paying, Hendrickson as well?
Yeah, it's absolutely tough to justify. I'll answer this, and then we got to get to a break. Brent's going to hop on his way back from training camp. He'll be back in the studio very shortly. But here's the deal. If you're one player away, it's the same kind of thing that we talked about with going to get a number 1 receiver, in free agency, right? If you're one player away, it makes sense.
Yeah.
To unload the money, unload the clip, go get the guy, right? It also makes sense if defensive end edge is a particular weakness of your football team, right?
Yeah.
Neither of those are the case for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we talked about it yesterday. Edge is actually the strength of their team, and they're not one player away. Hendrickson doesn't make them a Super Bowl team.
Correct.
Right? It makes them very, very good. I think they could actually make a run with a guy like that because I think he's so good, and you automatically have the best defensive line in football, and without question. If Trey Hendrickson is a Jacksonville Jaguar, you have the best defensive line in football. Maybe you go back to, it would remind you of the Super Bowl winning Giants teams.
Absolutely.
With O.C. Tuck and Strahan.
Yeah.
Right?
And by the way, when you had studs like that, you didn't really have to worry. Offense and quarterback play was important, but their identity was with those guys.
Absolutely.
And then Eli Manning just kind of was Eli Manning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's no way Gladstone could justify it either because he's in year 1. Right, as much as these guys have said that they want to win now, and I believe that they're trying to that what they have on the field right now will win in this division. They're still playing the long game, right?
Correct.
It wouldn't make sense to.
You have to wait and see.
I get it, but you're not going to come in year 1 and put all the chips in the middle. I get that they did that in the draft with Travis Hunter. That's a totally separate thing. That's a long-term play, 100%, where you're not committing much money to him until obviously 4 or 5 years down the road. You can't go get Trey Hendrickson as much as it would be an unbelievable thing to see him lining up next to Trayvon and Josh.
And then also, correct me if I'm wrong, and this is where I feel like sometimes, we want to play Madden and we just, let's get him.
Right.
You don't just pay him and he's on your team. You got to trade for him.
You got to trade for him.
And
then sign
He's
him.
still on the Bengals.
Right.
Right? So then what are they going to ask for him? You ain't just going to have a couple 6th-round picks sitting around and say, Jacksonville, you got a couple 6th-round picks you guys always like acquiring? Yeah, go ahead and bring them over. Take Trey Hendrickson off our hands. Like, that's not how it works.
Right.
And last time I checked, you don't have a 1st-round pick next year, so then what are you offering?
You got nothing.
What's going to sweeten the pot for Cincinnati to go, yep, we're gonna say goodbye to a guy who had 17.5 sack seasons the past 2 years? It's not how it works.
Not how it works.
Not how it works, man.
Not how it works. We got Brent coming up after this break. I'm going to turn that music down right quick.
Okay. That was tonight, like some Matrix stuff.
Tonight we got the debut of First and 10 training camp, 11:15 on CBS 47 and Fox 30 every weeknight. As long as training camp goes, the guys will have all of your updates from the morning's practice. We'll have player interviews, a special 15-minute edition every weeknight, CBS 47 and Fox 30. We'll be right back. Brent coming back with some updates on the, you know what it is, Austin, the camp darlings. We'll be right back.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
It's fast-paced.
Hands off on first down, and there goes Edward Vander.
High fly.
Wide open receiver. It's caught.
Action-packed. Weekend fun. Fun for the entire family. It's the Jacksonville Sharks.
I feel like anybody could play in this league. It's gotta be like backyard football, right?
Whoa! This ain't the Arena League, Brent! This is the indoor league, and they play defense here.
It's a lot safer to just watch the professionals play. And watching is a lot of fun. A party in the stands at the arena for kids and adults. And it's indoors. Get out of the heat for the summer and watch the Sharks shine inside. Jacksonville Sharks football, season number 15. It's the Drive for 5, and it's still alive. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Putting your needs first is the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Trevor Lawrence, new coach, new play calling, new scheme. Hamby, you think, are we going to like over embellish the first couple of days with Trevor Lawrence? Like, let me ask you this. Do you get anything out of like, oh, Trevor Lawrence went, 10 for 10 today in team period, 0 drops? Or do you get it like where it's, oh, Trevor Lawrence had 2 interceptions today? Like, do you buy into this whole narrative of like when a quarterback has a great day or a bad day? Because, I mean, when we talk about rookies, man, I can only imagine what the trending topic is going to be today, when, oh, Cam Ward did this, or you know how we kind of over embellish it a little bit?
Of course.
Do you buy into that, or you just kind of go, hey, it's one practice, let's temper expectations?
Yeah, not with Trevor because he's had, a lot of these, and he's had some good days, and he's had some bad, right? And,
yeah.
If it was, man, all training camp, he didn't have a single bad day, I'd put something into it because, that would be, I think, something of substance. From everything I've seen from Brent and everybody else, looks like he had a pretty good day today. I don't think it was anything special necessarily, but regardless, I mean, this is day one. I care more about the things that Liam Cohen was talking about yesterday, is like how he knows the system, how much he knows the system. And
I mean, if he answered that question right that Liam Cohen asked us, I think he's off to a great start, Hamby, because I'm still tossing and turning over Liam Cohen's test that he gave Trevor Lawrence. And if you missed that, go back and you can watch the whole interview now. They can't be posted up, just the interview itself. It'll be on our YouTube channel, the Action Sports Jacks YouTube channel. Dude, he was speaking like a different language to me.
He was to me.
Like, I think I know football, and then he says that, and I go, okay, cool. I don't know a damn thing. I've been out of the game for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brent felt the same way, and now Brent's ready to go. He's over at training camp. Let's see what he's got for us.
Hey, what's happening, guys? I just want to tell you that Eli Pankel was unbelievable today.
There we go. Good to hear it. You love to see it.
Hey, Hamby, you're going to really test my hands and steadiness of this camera on this tight shot, but I'll do my best to stay in the box for you. Hey, let me just jump right in with what you guys were talking about with Trevor, because he just got off the podium, and we asked him about that quiz. And I said, had you ever taken one of those before, in your NFL career or even collegiate career? And he said no. He said it was hard. He said it was a hard quiz. They were timed. He had, I think, 12 seconds to answer a question. So there was some, he just put in some stupid answer because he couldn't get it in time, he said. And then those were his words, by the way, not mine. And I think he said dumb answer. He ended up getting an 85 on the quiz. And he said Liam thought that was good, and also he thought that was good. So I think passed the test early on. And I did go on and ask him how difficult this offense is to learn, because we think it's as complicated as it's been in Jacksonville, from the one he had to learn with Urban to then Doug Peterson. And he confirmed that. He said this is a challenging offense with all the shifts and everything else. The calls, to your point, Austen, are longer than anything he's ever had to do. So just even memorizing, then getting that second nature. And he feels like where he is now compared to where he was at OTAs is so much better. And obviously, by the time he gets to the season, he hopes that even magnifies more.
Yeah, and I'm excited to hear that. I'm excited to hear it for a couple of reasons, because when you go over the play call yesterday that Liam Cohen gave us, and obviously we couldn't even comprehend what language he was speaking, but I think the fact that he's already making his quarterback, the guy that, let's be honest, Liam Cohen's here for a couple reasons. I feel like Trevor Lawrence might be one of those reasons. The fact that the guy that he's kind of here for, the first day of, you show up to the stadium, hey, welcome, man, let's get after it. Oh, by the way, here's a crazy test that you got to take where I'm going to stress you out a little bit and, kind of see what you're made of. Like, I respect that, man, because it's holding people accountable, and accountability is absolute. So I like it from that standpoint. And I also like it because when we talk about motions and everything, if this team can grasp it and if this team can learn the system, there is nothing worse as a defense. Well, there's a couple of things worse, but there's one of the worst things about playing, an offense that's like super dynamic and has a lot of motions is the fact of like, okay, this guy's going in motion. Okay, now they're shifting. Now we have to make our calls and everything. It puts the defense in a really bad spot. And I think you saw that last year at Tampa Bay in terms of their ability to run the football. Sometimes they ran the football just because, hey, we're going to bring a guy in motion. The defensive line's going to be in the wrong gap. And boom, here we have 5, 6, 7 yards. Like, that's what's going to be, I think, a biggest difference from last year with Doug Peterson to this year if this offense can grasp it.
Well, Austin, I think that's a good point, too. And just today, Liam said this when he addressed the crowd. He said, hey, we're taking the motions and everything out today. We just want to operate. We don't want to confuse things. We just want to get up there, line up, do things fundamentally well on this short practice, as we get going. And obviously, they'll implement more of that stuff in the next couple of days and then, keep evolving. But I did think because of that, the defense probably had the upper hand. There was some back and forth here, give and take. I thought the defense was flying around a little bit. Probably you'd give the edge, most likely you usually do early in camp, but it was very more vanilla, let's just call it. I do think those will eventually heat up and, it'll challenge the defense a little bit more. So I think in 2-3 weeks or even in 10 days, what does it look like with the defense? Do they look a little bit confused, to your point, because of all the things they are seeing on the offensive end from the Jacksonville Jaguars? But one more thing to back this up, I love the idea of tricky offense, tricky defense, scheme, disguise, all these things. You can do that, but you've got to be able to do it well because you can't sit there and start 2nd and 15 or, false start here or all those things. So you have to be able to do it well, which takes repetition, which I think takes smart players and disciplined players. And so the Jaguars are going to have to be that by the time we hit the season in about 6 weeks.
Brent, what was the vibe of the first practice there with Liam Cohen, right? I mean, this is his first opportunity to get out there, show his coaching prowess, if you will. Was it more of just like an analytical practice of kind of teaching the X's and O's? Was this more of, was there yelling? Was it physical? I mean, you can't be too physical without pads on, but you know what I'm saying? Like, did he try to set a precedent in terms of, hey, we have to work our asses off? Or was this more of a, hey, let's ease ourselves into this?
I thought it would be more easing. So I'm going to give them credit for more working your ass off a little bit and getting after it. Thought the energy, obviously you're only out here for basically on the practice field for an hour and 15 minutes. So, I mean, you can do that in a short spurt of time. I'm going to steal this from John Oehser. I was sitting next to John Oehser from Jaguars.com, and he's like, I don't know if it's just me making it up or whatever, but it looks like they're really leaning into the run game a little bit today. And then I started to notice it as well, right? So I think, is he already trying to establish that physical, we're going to run, like we're going to do those kind of things, we're going to get the offensive line in sync? I think there was some of that. The other thing I said to John while we were watching this little segment, I was like, it's kind of fun to watch Liam coach. He's really animated. He's not just sitting there with a visor on or a hat on and the clipboard. He's got the walkie-talkie, but in fact, this would be a fun thing to ask him at some point, how many steps he does in a practice, because he looks like he's like on the move a bunch. But even like Marcel just said something else. I'll give you a little tidbit here. Brian Thomas Jr., we saw right in front of us. He was in coverage. Tyson Campbell on him. Pretty good coverage. Still a pass he should have caught near the sideline. Went off his hands, didn't catch it. He was pissed. All those things that happened. Liam was like the first one to go give him a high five. Obviously give him a little affirmation like, hey, all right, go get the next one. Then a little bit later when they broke for special teams, down in the corner, De'Ami Brown and Brian Thomas Jr. were with Liam Cohen, and they had like the Surface or the tablet or whatever out, and they're going over something, right? Marcel will have a little bit more with Brian Thomas on this, what he said about it, because I don't really know. I wasn't in that conversation. But I just think that the detail, right? Those kind of details, the immediacy of it, not wait till we get back to the team room or whatever else. So Again, I'm not sitting there and telling you this guy's a great coach because he does all these things. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what it looked like out here and him coaching a practice here for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Was that matched by Campanile on the other side, Brent? We've been told all about the animation, and we've seen a little bit in OTAs. Was it kind of the same energy there?
Yeah, I think so. My eyes weren't on him as much, at least to see those parts. I didn't hear him. I don't think it was crazy vocal. Like for you, what you're looking for there, guys yelling and screaming. There wasn't as. I didn't hear a lot of that. Maybe I was talking too much. I don't know, but I didn't hear a lot of that. I will tell you this, guys, and I don't know if we're going to get you this Andrew Wingard interview quick enough for the end of the show today, because we've got some TV stuff to do as well. So I'd like to flip it around. Oh my gosh, Andrew Wingard is so good. I mean, the stuff he's saying is so good, and I don't want to put stuff in Andrew Wingard's mouth here, but he said it, and I actually overheard him doing an interview with Gary Smits first, because he did an interview with the Times-Union, and then we got him. And I kind of overheard the end of it, and he was referencing some of the same stuff. But he was hammering that last year coaching staff and that defense. And it's like this confirmation, right, of it just wasn't right, right? It didn't work. It wasn't the right way to go. And he says it in a way that Dewey can say it, so that's why I don't want it to sound like it's coming from me. I think we know a lot of this stuff, but I think for Dewey to talk about last year the way he did to Gary, and I'm sure he'll put some stuff out, but in our interview, I just found it fascinating just to hear that, because you don't always get that, right? People are already moved on, but I think that also affirms how these guys feel about this new system and scheme. To me, Austen, that says buy-in. And I said this yesterday, I think, on the show. You could argue whether there was buy-in at the very first day of camp from the defensive players to what they were doing last year with Nielsen. I don't think that's the case right now.
Yeah, which is a really good thing to hear. And I think we've talked about this all when Liam Cohen got here with James Gladstone. There seems to be an emphasis on supporting players and to show that they're appreciated. And I think another example, what you mentioned earlier on, is the fact that if Brian Thomas Jr. drops a ball, you're not just going to wait till film study to go, hey, Brian, what the hell was that? You have Liam Cohen running up to him right after that drop ball, give him a high five and say, we'll get him the next time. Those are small little intricacies that I feel like are going to make a huge amount of difference, because once again, I haven't obviously heard the Dewey interview, but I would assume that, when this comes out, Dewey's going to have something to say about, not being on the same page, not feeling appreciated, if I was going to hedge my money. But so I think Liam Cohen going above and beyond saying, hey, Brian Thomas Jr., we'll get the next one. These are all little details that I think are super important for a team that needs a cultural reshift, and then they need to start winning some games. Maason Smith, Brent, we opened the show with it. On the PUP list right now, we reported what you said, so it's sounding like it's just a little tweak and hopefully a couple weeks or so longer. Do we have a timetable of when Maason Smith's going to be back on that practice field?
I don't really have a timetable. I think it's more of what he said about Gardeck with us yesterday, Liam Cohen said, where he's not overly concerned, oh my, right? That look in his eyes, uh-oh. There wasn't an uh-oh with Maason Smith. Instead, because I was kind of waiting for it. I'm all right, what's this going to be? Is this going to be a big newsy thing? Is he not in shape? Or did he do something that he shouldn't have done? Or is this going to be a big problem for whatever? I don't know. It could be a wide-ranging things. Sorry to put that on Maason. You just never know until you know. And it was really the opposite. I got a good feel coming out of his comment from Maason Smith. They haven't disclosed the injury yet. Maybe they'll do that, but they haven't exactly said. But he referenced it as a tweak that happened this week. But then he went on and really said, hey, man, he's had an unbelievable camp, worked his ass off all off season, and he's ready to go. So it's too bad that he's not here right away, but he doesn't anticipate it being a long-term thing. So I don't know what that means, Austen. That varies. They're going to be, he said, precautionary. So to me, that's all right, maybe we'll see him in a handful of days. But that could mean we'll see him in 10 days. You're extra precautionary this time of year to not tweak it even more, whatever it is. So I don't think it's an alarming deal. I don't think it's anything the way they view him, anything he did wrong, anything like that. So that's the good news, I think. There's really not a major headline. It's more just, hey, we'll see when we see him on the field.
Daniel Kilkenny asked a question. I'm kind of curious about this as well, and it's probably hard to gather, the first day of practice, and, you're just kind of going through, I don't want to say going through the motions, but, you're still acclimating and everything. What was the starting O-line looking like, and what were the positions? Like, did you get a good idea of like what the plan's going to be now, of like who at least the first-time starters were out there and where they're playing?
Yeah, starting O-line looked like we expect it looks.
Okay.
Little, Ezra Cleveland, Hainsey, McCarry, and then Harrison. So it looked that way it looked that way. I thought some interesting lineups thing. I'll just give you a couple more observations before I run and then try to hustle back to the station. I thought Dewey was out there with the ones.
Okay.
At safety. I saw a lot more Buster Brown with the ones as well than, let's just say, Jari Jones. Doesn't mean he didn't play with the ones at all, by the way. Didn't mean they didn't mix in. When I was watching in that team period, I think that's what I saw with Buster Brown out there and also Dewey. The other observations I had, I thought De'Ami Brown had himself a nice practice, off to a good start as one of your players to watch. Dewey broke up a long ball and a nice pass from Trevor to De'Ami Brown that could have got the people all excited. Somewhat quiet day, I would say, from Travis Hunter, who brings, a quiet day for Travis Hunter, is still watching every move he makes. And I'll share some comments later what Liam Cohen said about Travis Hunter and the way they're doing this. I thought tight ends were open quite a bit in the team session, if that means anything to you. And I also think these guys look so different than they did last year this time, especially on the defensive side. Devin Lloyd, to me, looks like a different person. I mean, from the weight he put on to what he looks like now, looks like a different person. So take that for what it is, but those are some of the observations here on day one of training camp.
Did Travis Hunter practice solely at wide receiver, or did he get some cornerback reps as well today?
No, so wide receiver only. It's going to be wide receiver or DB only for about 5 or 6 days. And then about 6 days in, they'll switch it up and he'll split the jersey. And when he does that, that will become the norm, according to Cohen. So that will be like a daily thing for the most part. And Cohen had some more to say on that, but I thought that was interesting that he basically showed us their plan a little bit. Okay, we'll ease them into it. 1 day offense, 1 day defense. But once he starts to, mix it up, he's going to do that on a regular basis, mixing it up and practice that way. So something to watch as it goes on.
Brent, one more thing. It didn't take long at all for my timeline to be filled with Josh Cephas.
Did you see my tweet? It was like already, Cephas had a long ball catch, and he also had another one where it was a little underthrown ball. He made a move on it. And I was like, back-to-back plays for number 80 and Josh Cephas. Like, here we go.
There we go.
I didn't see Singer making those plays, Hamby. I did introduce my eyes to Casey's guy, Green. I didn't really see him do anything. And I got to find your guy tomorrow at practice, Austen. Eli, the other Eli.
Oh, yeah. Well, he should be in there, man. He's probably getting some reps if, you're going to have your defensive tackles. If Maason Smith can be out for a little bit, he might get elevated.
He could. We'll keep on for sure. Tomorrow. All right, I got to do a little TV, and then I'm going to hustle back, and we'll talk more about that, obviously, about the Jags' first day of camp.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thanks for checking in. We'll have Brent back here in a while when he makes that trek back over. Hamby, any interesting takeaways set aside from Buster Brown? I feel like getting the run with the ones. Dewey getting the run with the ones a little bit.
Yeah, I think Dewey being in there a little bit more is a little surprising. Not because of the player that Dewey was, because we expected this last year. We thought Dewey had earned to be in there more, and obviously he was hurt a lot. And I want to say this. I mean, Dewey definitely feels like he was personally mismanaged last year. Okay? I don't think there's any doubt about that. I don't blame him for feeling that way. He felt, there was times, Austen, last year after losses in the postgame locker room where Dewey straight up said, I don't know why I'm not out there more. I'm a starting safety in the National Football League, if you remember that soundbite.
Of course. Well, remember, he got hurt, right?
Right.
So he got
once
hurt.
he was back.
I said, yeah, so he got hurt. Defense slid a lot. They kind of lost a little bit of that energy, it seemed like. He comes back, and then, yes, he
was on special teams.
Yeah.
He was barely getting in.
Yeah.
So I want to take his comments with a slight grain of salt.
Okay.
Just not that they're not true, but he has more of a reason to say these things than some of the other guys do.
Yeah,
right.
He's a little more emotional about it.
He's a little bit more, and he has a right to be, right? So I just put that out there.
Okay.
I'm glad that he's getting run with the ones. I think, especially, I mean, it's not just he's a fan favorite because he plays with his head.
It was always the Jags. Yep.
Well, he is that. He plays with his hair on fire, and it's like that's the fire that we've thought we've been missing for not even just last year, but at times in 2023 is like, where's the guy that's going to just like create the spark, create the energy, right? And I don't think anybody thinks that Dewey is an all-pro, but we've seen a lot of solid play from him, and especially with a position like safety where we have 5 guys where it's all question marks between him and Savage and Murray and Ransaw and Caleb Johnson, or excuse me, Antonio Johnson. That's 5 question marks where we've seen some good stuff from all of them, other than Murray, where obviously he's new and Ransaw's a rookie. But it was like, those are 5 guys where if any of them are in, I don't think I'm like overly concerned, but I would love for somebody to just go ahead and take that job. Right, it kind of goes back to the conversation that we had yesterday with Ransaw. If Ransaw's starting week 1 over Savage, right?
Yeah.
How do you make that? But I think what we want to see above all is just somebody take the job, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. They want a training camp, right? We could turn around right around tomorrow, and Ransaw's getting the run with the ones, or it's Savage and Murray. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think I don't mind it at all. I think I love it.
Well, and this is what I'm curious about seeing too with this defense. And you know, when I get out there, I'll start breaking it down a little bit, because traditionally, when we think of NFL defenses, we think of safeties. What do you think of? You think of a center fielder and a free safety, and you think of a guy who's going to be on the box, right? Traditionally, that's a strong safety. He's a little bigger. He embraces the contact, comes downhill, all that stuff. And then sometimes you have safeties who can do both, and sometimes you have schemes that interchange them. Well, Campanelli comes from a system sometimes where they can interchange, right? So if that's the case, because like, let's be honest, I think of Dewey, like, I think Dewey can play both, but like, we see him as a center fielder. Yeah. Like, I think just size and everything and what he's good at, like, you can see him playing that free safety, but not to say that the guy can't play strong as well. So
we've seen him come down the box a little
and he
bit.
has come in the box as well. So then I'm wondering, okay, well, is this going to be interchangeable? Like, is he getting the run with the ones right now because maybe the guy can do both? So maybe you want a guy like that as opposed to, like, I'm trying to think. You know, I mean, like Eric Murray, I feel like, is a strong safety.
Right.
You know, he's going to be in the box. How is he as a center fielder? You know, so that's what this defense is going to tell us, where are they going to interchange? Is one guy going to have just one role, and how's that going to work out? And I don't want to say that Dewey can't get a starting spot, because I think from, you know, quote unquote, having that dog in him, kind of being like that vocal presence that, you know, that dog presence that this team really needs. Sure, you can see him out there, but like, you see him starting over Darnell Savage, you see him starting over Caleb Ransall. Like, I don't know, Hamby. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, if Dewey's your starting safety, it's because he earned it. Okay, absolutely. And if that's the case, then more power to him. Like, I think being outspoken, I think being a vocal leader, yeah, it definitely gets you in a shining light with the coaches. Like, that means something, and maybe that got you those starting reps today. But at the end of the day, it's got to be the talent on the field. Like, it doesn't matter what you say in press conferences. It doesn't matter how you hype people up. Like, you got to back it up on the field. And do you think that Dewey can back it up more than Darnell Savage, than Caleb Ransall?
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We do need to take a timeout. When we get back, we got to get to what Brent was talking about with the vibe around the defense. And he'll be back in the studio shortly. Austen, I also want to play you an interesting question that was thrown out there to the Titans front office yesterday at a press conference.
Saw this. Yep.
Thanks. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wish it would have been
a surprise. Oh no, dude, this is trending, but it's ridiculous. I can't wait. I can't wait to break it down.
Yes, sir. Yep. All right, we'll be right back on the Brent and Austen show with Brent. Coming back to the studio, more with Austen on the defense. Why it feels different this year already compared to last. That's ahead.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good, and the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants.
We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter.
Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with a purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Simple question. The team you put on the field tomorrow, can that team win the Super Bowl?
Listen, that's always the goal every year. Yeah. We also realize we have a lot of work to do on this roster.
Last two, go ahead. With the
the look for a clarification when you look over, like, you want to take this?
Yeah. Who's taking this?
Dude, I mean, like, listen, I don't know who asked the question. Do you know who asked it? Obviously, was it like a beat reporter? Was it just like
I think
some
I
Twitch?
should probably be able to figure it out. I mean,
could have just been some
they were
Twitch
on
guy.
No, Austin, they were on first name basis with the guy. They said Liam.
Yeah.
So it's like
I laughed. I'm not gonna lie. Like this was trending because I forgot like what the title was that I saw. I think it was like one of the worst questions ever asked in a training camp press conference or whatever.
I mean,
it's a loaded question,
of course,
because if I'm a head coach, yeah, the goal is to win a Super Bowl, right? But you kind of got to be a realist, but you can't really be a realist because you're trying to motivate men. So it's like, how do you answer that question? Like, Hamby, here we go. Hamby, you're the coach of Tennessee Titans. I'm going to ask the question right now. I want the answer that's going to motivate players, but it's also going to make, me as a beat reporter feel good with what I'm writing. Coach Hamby, do you guys have the capabilities to win a Super Bowl this year? Like, do you have the roster to win a Super Bowl? Nope, blew it. Meme off the get-go. Took way too long to answer. Hesitated. Boom. Go talk to the owner. He wants to meet you. You know why? Because your ass is fired.
Here's what I need.
Can't hesitate.
I need my PR people to ask me that behind closed doors so I have an answer prepared. Because the honest answer is absolutely not.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah.
However, maybe if I find a way to hype Cam Ward up, because he was the first overall pick, we think because... we have a lot of belief in Cam Ward, and we think he's very special, and special players, there's no limit on what special players can do. So if we put the right things together and we get to work starting today, we think we're gonna surprise a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's what you got to go. You got to say you're going to surprise a lot of people because it's vague enough, but it's exciting.
Listen, go ahead and listen. I didn't plan this to have this. I didn't know we were talking about this today, honestly, but I have seen the video. But I haven't thought about what I would say. Go and ask me what I would say real quick.
All right, Austin. Coach Lane.
Yep.
It's July 22nd, 2025, first day of training camp. Is the product that you have on the field with that roster, can you win a Super Bowl?
Let's make no mistake about it. The goal is always to win a Super Bowl. And if you look at the product last year, they weren't even close. So I'm not going to sit here and guarantee a Super Bowl right now with what we have on the field because that's where the hard work comes in. But I will guarantee this. We need to compete on a daily basis. And if we compete on a daily basis and you add up all those days, then I expect those guys to compete for a Super Bowl. If we don't compete, it'll be more of the same from last year. It's going to be on those guys, it's going to be on me, and it's going to be us as a unit, as a collective unit to perform.
You win.
But this is what's baffling to me. Play the video. Do you have the video game one more time?
Of course.
This is the coach of your organization.
Well, it's not the coach. These got to be the front office guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, the GM, right? This is the GM and the who even is that? It's the GM.
Yes, Mike Berganzi.
Yes,
is the one who looks to the side.
Okay.
And I don't know who the man in the white shirt is.
Okay.
last three questions right here, guys.
Simple question. The team you put on the field tomorrow, can that team win the Super Bowl?
Listen, that's always the goal every year. Yeah. We also realize we have a lot of work to do on this roster.
Last two, go ahead.
Okay, excuse me. That's the GM right there in the white.
Gotcha.
I don't know who the guy on the left is.
Okay. But the fact that, like, he's kind of smirking to start, I don't know, man. Like, and I get it. Like, you know, we aren't part of the Titans media, so I don't know how they responded to this. I don't know what, like, Titans sports radio, I'm sure they're talking about this. I mean, hell, we are. It was all over Twitter last night, so I can only assume they're having a field day with it.
Chad Brinker, the president of football operations.
Okay, so two guys that are, like, head of the front office, right? roster construction. Yeah, obviously they're not coaches, right? So maybe you don't need to really give like a motivating speech. But I still feel like you got to purvey the fact of, hey, I'm confident in what I put on the field. Like, I'm doing my job to the best of my abilities. Let me go ahead and purvey that, not smirk and look at, somebody else to come save me. Like, is it a loaded question? Absolutely. Do you need to answer that said loaded question with confidence that you know what you're doing? Absolutely as well.
I'm not envious of them on the receiving end of that question. I'll just say that.
No, trust me. It's a hard question, Hamby. But, like, at the end of the day, I think you have to feel confident in what you do. Like, what happens, do you think, if James Gladstone gets asked that? Maybe we should have Brent ask that question to James Gladstone. But what happens, like, if James Gladstone gets answered that question? Like, do you think he's just gonna, like, I think
he has something ready, and to be completely truthful, you probably hear something about people being nothing more than themselves.
Yes.
Right, and that if they are, there's no ceiling on what this team can accomplish.
Correct.
I would be very confident though that he would have an answer immediately,
without a doubt. Because I think the guy, in terms of any interview you see, and he's always had an answer. Whether it's dude's quoting rap lyrics, whatever the case may be, like he would have had something in the chamber firing back like that. It would have been. And once again, like, I get here, like, we're having fun and it's not that big of a deal. And, like, I think any player watching that from the Titans doesn't really care. Let's be honest about it. But, like, these are things that I watch. I watch how people carry themselves. I watch how people respond when it's an adverse question, because I think it all means something. I think the confidence that you can display during a question like that really speaks echoes of what you truly feel about your team and the job that you felt like you did. And I think right there in that instance, it wasn't a positive way of responding to a question in terms of, oh, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion, though.
Because what do they really have? The Titans.
In terms of talent, that Calvin. Tyler Lockett. I mean, we broke it down yesterday. Van Jefferson, I think, is over there. I get you, man. The same way I'm about the Titans, for whatever reason, and I could probably can't even name 5 players in their defense. Their defense always seems to be pretty solid.
It does.
Despite who's coaching it, despite what the players look like their defense, I feel like, always shows up. Take it for what you want.
Take it for what you want.
Take it for what you want. I'm excited to see, like, the Aaron Glenn, like, clips and, like, the Mike Vrabel clips. Because, like, for a couple reasons. I want to see if Mike Vrabel is still Mike Vrabel, like, from the Tennessee Titans.
I'll show you a video and give me 1 minute before.
Can't wait.
That Mike Vrabel is very much so still Mike Vrabel.
Yeah. And Hamby, let me ask you this while I'm making you do 2 things at once, where I'm talking, making you respond to my questions, and also you're trying to find videos. Is there something to be said for being a former player
mm-hmm.
and then going through training camp, your first year with your new team? Obviously, Vrabel has done this before, but it's a new situation now in New England. Obviously, Aaron Glenn, former player as well. This is his first year in New York. And then you have like a guy like Liam Cohen, who has been around football his entire life, but hasn't really played football at the highest level. Like, is there any kind of benefit whatsoever to being a former pro and running a training camp, or do you think, like, hey, if you're skilled, you're skilled. If you're not, you're not?
No, I think there is. I think it. Mike Vrabel is able to ask things of his guys in the same way Dan Campbell, because they've gone through it. Mm-hmm. They've gone through the dog days of summer. They've suffered through training camp and 2 days or whatever the case may be. And so there's a relatability there. It's the same idea as I'm not going to ask you something to do. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I haven't already done or that I wouldn't be willing to do.
Yeah.
Right. On the flip side, right, I think a lot of it boils down to this. It's important that the head coach has that. Liam Cohen played football, right?
Yeah.
He didn't play in the National Football League, but he had a successful college career.
Of course.
As much as it starts from the top, there are other guys. The coaching staff's 20 deep? 20 guys deep?
Yeah.
Right? If Edgar Bennett asked the receivers to push through a drill, right, Edgar Bennett had a history career. right? So even if Cohen
I have his
did it-
autograph, by the way, from back when he played for the Packers.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on.
So there's a ton of guys on the field, coaching staff that have been there, done that.
Sure.
Right. So there's that kind of relatability. Regardless. All right, I've got the Vrabel clip. I believe this was yesterday. He's wasting no time, still being Mike Vrabel.
Work hard the offseason. Just now the guys are back. I know there's 90 of them, but generally speaking,
91.
91. Excuse me. International pathway. How'd they do? How do you feel about how the guys came back?
I mean, whether you were in a coma when I answered Tom's question, or typing on your phone or tweeting, I don't know, but I spent 5 minutes answering that question. And I can go back through it, but I'd rather not. We won't know.
I love it, man. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I'll say a couple things about Mike Vrabel. And this is why I asked you the question of, does it help to be a former player, an NFL player, and run a training camp and be at the helm running this? Because I think obviously it is great because you went through it yourself, so you know like how guys are feeling and everything. But then like I put myself in that situation, Hamby, and I say, if I was a head coach, how would I go about things? Would it be more of a player-friendly environment? Would it be more of an old-school environment? Well, I went through real two-a-days, right? So like, I get being a former NFL player, it's going to help, but at the same time, can it be a detriment? Because now it's like, well, when I was a player, we did things this hard. And now you guys are just going to kind of, take it easy, not real too. Like, I don't want to say there's any resentment there, but it's almost like you kind of have to evolve and adapt. And I'm not sure if I could adapt so much where it's like, okay, well, we got to take the pads off now. Okay, let's take our helmets off and get some conditioning because I don't want you guys to wear yourselves out. Right, because those conversations were never had back when I played in 2010. So to me, it's almost more impressive when you have guys like Dan Campbell, Mike Vrabel, and we'll see with Aaron Glenn now, who are obviously very old school ways of thinking of the game of football, but they can try to use those old school ways and still cater to the new school era, if that makes any sense at all. And Aaron Glenn, we'll see how he does. Obviously, Dan Campbell's done it, and Mike Vrabel's done it with a lot of success in Tennessee, and now we'll see with New England. Do you, like, if you're a reporter for the Patriots now and you get put on notice like that, are you almost nervous to even ask him a question?
Nah, dude, it's New England.
True.
Like, I was in, so I've spent almost no time in the Northeast, Austin, in my life. I was in New Hampshire over the weekend. Didn't end up touring Fenway, despite
because me and Brent bullied you out of it, but
absolutely not. That would only made me want to do it more. Okay. It just didn't end up with everybody else. Okay. That I was going to go with.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody else that you were with didn't want to tour Fenway and not go to a game? Shocking.
If you must know.
Shocking.
The guy
Shocking.
The guy who was leading the trip, was behind the whole effort, had a slight foot injury because of a firework the week before, and has very young children and wanted to stay and didn't want to do the whole tour. Okay?
Details real quick. When you say a firework injury, he got hit with a bottle rocket, a Roman candle, he rolled his ankle running away from one. I mean, that can mean a lot of things.
I believe he stepped on a sparkler trying to corral one of his youngins, and
change that story next time. Don't say that he stepped on a sparkler though.
I don't know.
Say he got hit with a Roman candle or something.
I don't know the whole story.
Or
I really
like
this guy, and I look up to him. So I thought,
so then do him a favor and don't say, well, he stepped on a little steak and a sparkler, and now he can't go to Fenway Park. Like, dude, you're burying your friend. I'm trying to help him out. I'm trying to help him out more, and I don't even know the guy, and I'm trying to help him out more.
Okay, back to the moral of the story.
Yeah, stepped on some sparklers.
First time in the Northeast, pull up to a restaurant. Lady's like, "What do you want?" First thing,
sure.
I was like, "All good." Haven't ever. I'm used to
you are that Southern hospitality, man.
I'm used to, hey sugar, hey darling.
Yeah.
There's your darling right there.
Darling right there.
Darling.
Yeah, a sweet old lady's calling you darling. I'm not a sweet old lady, so I'm not going to be calling Jaguars players darlings. Keep going.
I want the 5-star Cracker Barrel
treatment. I got you,
lady, to put her hand down on the table.
Sugar. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm with you.
So that I'm not used to that. They are. So when Mike Vrabel says, "Hey man, you might have been in a coma or tweeting away, You think Brent's going to bat an eye? Brent's from up around those parts. If Brent's firing off a tweet and he misses a question, which would never happen, just put that out there. But if it did, Brent, you think Brent's shying away? Brent's coming right back the next day and asking us something else.
Well, to be fair, Doug Peterson told Brent Martineau you wouldn't understand. And then we didn't really, because you know me, I wanted to take this to TMZ. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get merchandise off this.
Sure.
And he was trying to keep it low key.
Right.
Because he's a professional. I'm not. But you think Brent will clap back at Vrabel the next day?
I don't know.
It's something like Peterson gives you, because Peterson's a big dude. Like, Vrabel just seems like he seems like a different animal, though.
Well, him and Dan Campbell, I think
that's a good point.
On the fight list of all 32 NFL head coaches, I think him and Vrabel are 1 and 2.
That's a good point.
Who else would be up there?
I mean, I would throw Glenn, even though I don't know much. Like, Glenn, based off what I've seen so far from press conferences, based off what I saw when he was with the Lions and Hard Knocks, I think Glenn's got a little bit of that in him, too, as well. But let me ask you this, Hamby. I think it's a legitimate question. Set aside from the Jaguars, who are the best team to cover, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pick another team to cover, based off team, based off of environment, based off of city, where are you going?
So lifestyle is included, because of the city?
No. I don't want to say, I guess, that much. Just no, not because then we would say someplace in California. I'm saying just based off the team, the coach, and the environment of that stadium. What team would you want to cover? Going into this year, by the way, this isn't from totality. I'm saying just from what you know about these teams this year, what team do you think would be the most fun to cover?
I think Dallas, because you're going to get random stuff from Jerry Jones that you never expected.
That's a good point.
It's a random Tuesday.
It's a good point.
Started training camp. Let's go talk to Jerry. We have a bombshell. And Micah Parsons is staging yesterday his own media availability. I don't know if you saw this.
I have not seen this.
He and,
oh, man.
Gosh, what's his name? He's very, very good on defense for them. I forget his name. They set up.
Diggs?
Huh?
Diggs?
No, it wasn't Diggs. It was, gosh.
Okay. Yeah,
it doesn't
matter. All right.
They set up, aside from all the other players who were scheduled to have their media availability, they sought out the reporters so that Micah Parsons could talk about what Jerry Jones said. So if you're a reporter in Dallas, there is no shortage. No shortage. Unreal.
Yeah, that's probably the one to be at then, huh? Because you have, how many other teams have their own or get involved? So the answer is no other teams.
None.
Imagine if Shad Khan came out and started saying obviously he said last year, best team ever assembled, and he gets some grief for that. But at least that was from a positive, trying to motivate guys.
Right.
Not Shad Khan coming out here and saying, "Yep, we just paid Josh Hines Allen. Hopefully he's available." You can't do that.
Right.
So yeah, I probably agree with you. The Cowboys. I think the Bengals are interesting though too, man. Just from the Shamar Stewart stuff.
Absolutely.
Just from the Hendrickson stuff. That's a little entertaining. And it's not necessarily even more about entertaining covering them on the field. It's entertaining of what's going on behind the scenes.
Read that comment for me.
I can't. I have a big coffee cup in my way.
Jerry Jones sucks. I live in Dallas, and I'm not a Cowboys fan. From Randy.
Well, dude, and here's the thing, and this is the problem with power, and this is the problem with having all the money sometimes, right, is you can't tell him anything. What does Jerry Jones' resume say right now where you have faith the Cowboys are going to be good this year? Or, make a Super Bowl run? I get Brent Martineau every year wants to pick the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. What have we seen from that organization that's going to say, you know what, this is finally the year? You can't. Oh, and by the way, you play down in a division that features a Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, and also a team that nobody expected to do anything in the Washington Commanders. But best of luck to you. Jerry Jones, keep talking, because that seems to be working out really well. You have a solid team on paper. Maybe don't piss off the guys that are your star players. Just a hunch. But I wouldn't do that if I were you. But hey, you're the billionaire. You're on the yachts. You had the TV shows. What the hell do I know?
All right, I'm going to give you one A or B, and then we got to get to a break. You got to pick one of these situations to be a reporter.
To be a reporter.
Yes.
Okay.
You can go to Pittsburgh. We're going to go 8-9.
Oh,
but you're going to get Aaron Rodgers.
The Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca trips. Those are fun, Hamby.
Yep. Or you can go to Vegas for Pete Carroll's return with a new quarterback.
Ashton Genty.
Vegas is still feels new.
Oh, yeah,
and it's Pete Carroll.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Hamby, I think the correct answer here has got to be Pittsburgh. Because one of two things are going to happen. Right? And maybe more than okay, here's the thing. I have a hard time believing, even though this is the Steelers' MO, I don't think they're gonna go 9-8 again. Right? Like, I don't think they're just gonna be on the cusp and maybe make the playoffs but have a winning one of two things is gonna happen. Aaron Rodgers is gonna find the fountain of youth, the fountain of ayahuasca, and usher that team into maybe winning a division, winning 11, 12 games, and boom, Steelers are back. All they needed was a quarterback. Lo and behold, there's Aaron Rodgers. Or, and I hope this doesn't happen, but knock on wood, he either gets hurt or he plays horrible and they win 6 or 7 games this season and they underachieve for the first time in franchise history in a long time under Mike Tomlin. They don't, have a winning record. It's extremes on either end. There is no more 9-8, I feel like, with Aaron Rodgers. Either it's going to be really good or it's going to be a crap show.
I don't think he can get better than 10-7.
I mean, it's a hard division, yeah, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
If they had Pickens there with Metcalf, that'd be one thing. But
hey, I'm with you, man. But Arthur, what Arthur Smith's gonna do? He's gonna run the football with a bunch of running backs I can't even name in the Pittsburgh Steelers anymore. But I don't feel it's gonna either be really good or really bad. Either way, it's gonna be fun to cover. Las Vegas, yeah, Pete Carroll's a personality, but I think a lot more of the storylines are in Pittsburgh. What do you got?
I'll take Pittsburgh on that one as well.
Pittsburgh for sure, man. Yeah, that's gonna be one of the biggest stories. It's funny how Aaron Rodgers just keeps re-upping the storylines, man. He's so polarizing. Dude could finish middle of the pack at quarterback, but we're still gonna talk about him. It's wild, man. All right, we'll get back on the Brent and Austen show. Are we gonna have Brent back in studio?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll have Brent back in studio. Talk more about training camp. How are the underdogs doing this year? How are the underdogs doing day one of training camp? Brent's going to have it all next.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. There are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing. Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater, plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location, right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Hey, Stefon Diggs off an ACL, testing that ACL to the fullest right now with this dog going crazy. I mean, dude, can we get it? He's not even warmed up yet.
This
video
is
is
on
everywhere.
Pet Adoption Day.
This is on Pet. Hey, Stefon.
Is that really his dog?
No, so
okay.
This is so that the team has like the Pet Adoption Day, so they're trying to showcase, young dogs up for adoption. And this one was trying to show off some slant routes or something, man. But poor Stefon just got his $12 million signing bonus because, he's cleared to practice and everything past his physical. Pushing that ACL to the limbs with this little pup right here. Dude, you can't let go of him like this. Especially puppies. So this one's fast though, man. Yeah.
It's not the first day at camp in New England, I'm assuming?
Probably
not.
Well, yesterday it got announced that he's back to practice, so it might have been yesterday.
Maybe yesterday. Maybe that's why the variable stuff that you guys played was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like chasing the dog around. I'm like, day one of camp. Hey, what they do? It's like, hey, we got some serious football to get after here, right? We're locked in New England. Yeah. I don't really think Mike Vrabel's going to love the video. If he didn't like the guy asking a question when he didn't hear it, I don't think he's going to like the dog chasing.
No, not at all. And listen, if anybody has gone, with all due respect to Stefon Diggs, but I feel like if anybody's gone against the Patriot way these past couple of months, it's been Stefon Diggs. Whether it's the stuff with Cardi B, whether it's the stuff with where he's on the boat. Now we have a dog pushing that ACL to the maximum. Stefon Diggs has been in the spotlight, and I feel like that's not necessarily the Patriot way or what Mike Vrabel is signing up for.
Is he I don't know what to expect guy as much as I'm trying to think of guys that are like that in the NFL, and I think of Tyreek Hill. I don't know what the next, you know what I mean? And it might not be bad. It's just that, okay, I can see Tyreek Hill having a moment like that. I can see Tyreek Hill being with Cardi B or having another kid or whatever it is.
Sure. Yeah.
But I don't know how many guys I feel that way about the NFL, that it's like, hey, whatever headline you're about to get tomorrow might not really surprise you.
Yeah, I can't think of a lot of guys like that, especially guys that have played for the Patriots.
True.
You know, like even Gronk, like, yeah, he's outgoing and, you know, kind of a goofball, but like he was never in necessarily like the media. Yeah, okay, so what? So he's pounding beers and has his shirt off. Okay, like what college kid doesn't, right? Like it's not a big deal, but like, you know, once again, when you're hanging out on a boat with a bunch of ladies and stuff and, you know, you're doing something on the boat, like, yeah, you're going to get called out. You know, when you accuse Cardi B of body odor from a certain area, like that's not, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I saw him with Cardi B. I didn't see that part.
Oh, yeah. Could go and do a deep dive in that and see what I'm referring to.
I don't know if I would recommend
I don't know if I want to do a deep dive into that.
She had some plastic surgery done, and what she had some plastic surgery done supposedly smells. That's all I'm going to say. You can leave it up for interpretation, but it was everywhere. It's been a big story. I don't think Brable appreciates that kind of stuff.
Where do you get those stories, and what time of day do you go to see them? Just whatever's trending on Twitter? Because you don't use Twitter a lot.
No.
So where are you getting this information? Twitter. I don't feel like you're reading the back pages.
No, Twitter. Just type in Twitter trending, and there you go.
Is that what you usually do?
Yeah.
Like, I've never done that.
It shows. I know you haven't. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, it does.
Yeah,
it probably does.
No, for sure.
I'd be surprised by this.
But
stuff. But I'm just. But you also don't seem like this is like back page kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like in the New York whatever. And you just
I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Fishing for that.
All right, I'm just gonna come out and say it because whatever. So Cardi B has a BBL. You know what a BBL is, right? A Brazilian butt lift.
Okay.
Hamby, I know. I have to wait can we just wait till Casey gets in here, please? Hamby, you know what a BBL is?
I want you to. Now he might be listening, but I don't want him to cheat on this one. But I do want to know if Casey even knows what a BBL is.
I guarantee Casey Kurtz knows what a BBL is. Not saying he's had one. I'm just saying like he knows what it is, obviously. But nonetheless, if you know what a BBL is, like it can be done kind of bad, right?
Okay.
Because it looks like two bowling balls in a sleeping bag, right, on your waist. And like, if you don't have like the workout regimen to go along with said BBL, well, then you just have two bowling balls in a sleeping bag next to some, pixie sticks for legs. Do you get a visual now?
I got a great visual.
Okay,
man.
fantastic.
Like I am locked in on the visual.
Okay, now.
This big green wall is a landscape of my visual.
Yes. Now, once again, none of my business, not trying to get in personal lives, but I'm trying to keep you up to date with what's happened with Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs supposedly came out and said he had to end the relationship with Cardi B because her BBL smelled after the surgery. Didn't know that was possible. Didn't know that was a thing. Maybe he was just going for, the feelings and it's not actually true. He just wanted to make her feel sad. That's been the narrative the past couple weeks now with Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. So that's the kind of distraction that he was bringing a little bit.
Can that be fixed?
I don't know, man.
Well, you seem to know a lot.
I didn't know they could actually smell until a couple days ago when Stefon Diggs told me about it, all right? And that didn't tell me personally, hey, Brent, he told the world about it, right? So that's what's happening with Stefon Diggs right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's just really good stuff. I do want to quiz Casey when he gets in. You're probably right, but I kind of want to fist bump it.
Give him that Liam Cohen to Trevor Lawrence type of quiz. Casey, if Cardi B got a BBL, what are the odds that it could actually smell bad if it was botched? I didn't want to talk about it because now Cardi B people, because she has a fan base.
Oh, big one.
They're coming after me now. I don't want that.
Hey, Hamby, can I show him something?
Yes, you can.
So I'm hustling back, and I was trying to find a parking spot. Usually Tuesdays around here are tough. Mm-hmm. Because I think the salespeople might like work from home or whatever Mondays and Fridays, so that's easy. Mm-hmm. Wednesday's not too bad. Tuesday's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done this before, where I've put people on blast a little bit when they don't park correctly. I've got a new one to add to the list.
Who is it, Brent?
I am finishing blurring the...
Oh, we're going to blur the license plate.
Okay.
He said he was ready.
Oh, yeah, we're all good. Don't worry about that, man.
We're all good.
We're all good, dude.
What the hell is that?
We're all good.
That's
man.
Austin's new truck.
That's my new truck, by the way. Yeah, we're all good.
That's you?
That's Austin.
Yeah, that's me, man. Wait, was this yesterday or is this today?
This is now.
Yeah.
I tried to park in there and I couldn't.
First of all, you ain't gonna try to park in there because that's the guest parking. You're not a guest.
Damn straight. If I have to hustle in to get to the show, I'm a guest.
You ain't a guest. You're good.
That was the only one left. So I had to go all the way around to the radio side.
Yeah, where you belong. You don't belong in the guest parking. That's my spot. I'll take up 2 spots.
It's not your spot. It's your spots.
Yeah, it's spots. All right, I'll go ahead and move that during the break.
I'll go move it.
Yeah. I didn't even notice, man. I thought I was good today.
I was like, wait a minute. That's awesome. Because it took me a while. I've seen the Cadillac for so long.
Sure,
so
right.
I'm like, who is that? And then I saw Autoland where you got it.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
This is a great shout out there. I'm sure old sponsors that I had are appreciating that one. Thank you, Brent.
And there we go. So, sorry, but I had to share.
It's all good.
Nobody's getting into that other guest spot unless you're like...
Casey might.
Oh, actually, don't move it.
CV Parkstone?
Oh, I want to see what Casey's reaction is when he gets in.
But Casey doesn't know what kind of car I have either. I don't think.
Okay, but that's even better.
Okay, so
he's afraid of you a little bit, so he won't really like. But if he doesn't know it's you, it's even better.
Yeah.
Because he'll come in here guns ablaze and shaking his head, pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope he's not listening to the show in the last 5 minutes.
Too much information, Austin. Hey, man, this was a trending topic, all right? Stefon Diggs, BBLs, look it up. And then people say I drive like a generic truck guy. I do. I do.
Were you coming in hot today?
Not
Take that comment.
Really.
Oh, Liv just took that spot?
Is that Tennessee Nick? Let's go.
Oh, that's Tennessee Nick. How about that?
Nick's going to be pissed because Nick wanted my car, too.
Oh, he wanted the caddy.
Nick wanted to buy the caddy off me. Nick, I don't know. Nick, I'll talk to you after the show because it's in a parking lot right now, not being utilized. The engine's toast.
Yes.
But if you want the body, we can go some Ocean's 11 and get that car back if you want it.
Nick, that truck would have cost you about $20,000.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
I'm sorry, not that truck.
The car. Yeah.
Which was probably in a blue book at about $3,500.
Yeah.
I missed that guy.
Yeah, that's a good little, I like that. See Nick in the chat. Appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
Liv just said she took the other spot. Liv, can you back out of that spot?
Seriously.
She's got a bigger vehicle, right?
She's got like a...
I wasn't trying to say what she had, but she's got a bigger vehicle, right?
It's not big. Like,
Okay.
Jeep's not big, right?
It's bigger. Bigger than a full-size
It's not like
car.
she's got a Jeep with like the big tires on it.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. She shows out of ducks though in the windshield. It's all good.
Austin did have the Ford. One time.
For a bit. Yeah, that was more like a lease.
Yeah, that was like a little tester.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Liv, I think, is going to give us the Dewey Wingard. She should try to get us, or Marcel, Dewey Wingard interview. I don't want to wait till tomorrow on the Dewey Wingard one. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Okay.
Gosh, he's so good.
Yeah. Is this like going to be like viral? Like Doug Peterson's going to... I mean, is this like Kendrick and Drake a little bit here?
I'll be honest with you. Like my ears said... From like a clippable, like 5-second thing, I feel like I heard him say, it's funny. I heard him say it differently.
Yeah.
When we weren't in there getting the interview, like when I was listening to him and Gary Smits do the interview, like it hit my ears a little bit. But I was also in the middle of the interview with Dewey.
Yeah.
When we were talking about it, so I don't kind of, fully grasp all that. Okay. But it's still pretty profound. But it's the rest of it. I just love. He's just so honest, today, man. Like he's so. About everything. He just lays it out there. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't care. Like, he knows that, okay, now Brent's going to go talk about this or Brent's going to tweet it or whatever. I mean, he doesn't care about it. But he doesn't care about it. Like, he says what he says, and it's genuine, and it's truthful, and it is what it is. Like, and even though he's gone, I guess, a little viral or people have, like, I can't believe Dewey said that or whatever.
That was me last week.
He doesn't back off it.
I clipped what he said in the hunt, threw it on Twitter, and
I missed that. What did he say?
Well, he was talking about the just the vibes in training camp and the competition. He was like, "Yeah, this is not. We didn't have anything like this last year."
Oh, so he referenced it last year.
Yeah.
Oh, even in there. Yeah. Yeah.
He's taking every opportunity.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, man. He is. Dude's got some. Yeah.
Listen, but I appreciate that. Like, and I'm not appreciating that because, hey, I might get an extra 1,000 clicks. Like, I don't care about that. Like, seriously, I don't. It's good talk, but it's good talk because it's truth.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like, it's good talk because it's validation. You're not going to get this staff coming in here and hammering the old staff. That's not the way it works. I mean, there might be some things subtle just because they notice things.
And most players
Trevor's not going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think most players. I think more players are a little you get further and further away from Urban Meyer. Trevor will talk a little bit more about it.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
That's like 4 years ago. How much time are you really bringing up talking about Urban Meyer 4 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between today's training camp practice for that defense and last year's training camp practice on day one, I mean, it's night and day.
You really think it's night and day?
Yeah, like what do you like? Just from the energy, from
the buy-in. The buy-in, what they believe. I believe they were already out on Nielsen last year. Day one of training camp. I'm not saying they weren't playing hard, all those things. I'm not telling you they weren't even trying. I'm just saying they were already questioning what it was, what they were doing. They had been doing that for months.
But I'm saying like they were questioning the scheme. They were questioning like, is he capable of leading us? Like what? Like because that's like a very broad term. Like what about Ryan Nielsen? Did this team go, we don't want to follow this guy?
I think they in the first month, I think they were questioning the way he conducts team meetings. I think they were questioning like his methods of maybe motivation or whatever it is. Okay. I think they were questioning by the time they got the field, by the time they had already an offseason and summer, I think many of those guys, and you know this, when you added weight, you're questioning it already in your head. You might not vocally say it out loud. You're going to push through that. You're going to do all those things as a competitor, and you're going to believe in it and try to trick your mind and everything else. Mm-hmm. But I think they were already there like, I feel slow.
I'm questioning Eric Armstead playing defensive end.
Defense, like I think other players were questioning Eric Armstead playing defensive end.
We were. Yeah.
Right? So that's my point. And then it's not really what happened on the practice field, guys. It's not. I can't tell you today, Campanelli, better he coached that drill way better than Ryan Nielsen did. That's all what I'm trying to say. But if you enter training camp where things are all sunshine and rainbows, and you're like, let's go. Last year was an aberration. We just missed and failed down the stretch because guys got hurt. And let's go get a big year. We got a new coordinator. We're going to go do big things. Trevor, offense, everything else. I don't think that defense was that hyped July, whatever of last year. Mm-hmm. I genuinely don't think it. And I think he kind of validated that to me today. Now, you don't see that right away. You don't see it until whatever happens. I'll give you another example. We talked about it earlier this week, 2017. That team wasn't happy coming out of camp. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean they weren't right. Like that team wasn't right about it because it actually worked.
Correct.
Right? So, but that's my point. You don't want that team questioning where the hell you are going into week one. That's a dangerous place to be. In 2017, the Jags locker room was in a very dangerous place. It might have worked out, but it was in a very dangerous place.
No, it was in a very dangerous place because they were exhausted. They were tired. They were fatigued.
And not bought and wondering, do these guys know what the hell they're doing?
Correct. But then when you started winning, like, yeah, you can sit here and say you were questioning it, but like, well, you guys won. You guys went to an AFC Championship game that you probably should have won and go to a Super Bowl. Like, and then we saw what happened next year, right? Because then communication got all out of whack and they tried to cater more to the players. And how did that go? It didn't go well.
But I'm saying last year they never had but when they started. Like nothing ever flipped for them.
No, of course. Like they didn't have the
aha moment. Like, oh, this dude does.
They didn't have the gratification of working so hard. Like they maybe worked hard. They maybe weren't buying into Ryan Nielsen, but you didn't have the results to make it any better. Like, your defense was porous. Your defense was horrible. So when you combine those two things, you're not winning football games. Well, then you lose all faith.
Yeah. So anyway, listen. I don't want to put. You guys can be the judge.
I can't wait.
And I don't. You know me. I don't love to oversell stuff. He's just so good. He's so genuine, and I think you really appreciate that. I don't think it's a hard thing to be super genuine. I had a lot of people talk about yesterday about Liam Cohen's interview, and like when we were doing the interview, I was like, okay, that was a good interview. Like it was cool. Right? Kind of fun moment with the quiz stuff. But the more you go back and listen to it, and if you really want to comp it to others that coaches have done, this is the way I described it today, guys. And I don't know if you agree. But Liam Cohen will give you some nuanced stuff. Like he'll drop, I kind of computed it right away after the interview as like talking some ball. Well, I believe most coaches talk around the ball. Most coaches will give you like that whatever that says, hey, man, I really, like even his answer to the quiz, is like, holy cow, right? We're still saying holy cow about it. But if you go back and listen to that answer, that was a question about Trevor Lawrence. One, he brings up the quiz. He shed some light. It wasn't like, hey, I knew that he did a quiz.
Right.
Nobody today knew at the presser that he did the quiz unless you listened to the interview.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, media didn't listen enough because I didn't ask about it. So that's why, good thing I was there. But I already hammered DeRocco for not listening. But he brought that up. And then what I liked about it is when we asked him back about, give me an example. And one, he gave an example. I think a lot of coaches would have been like, yeah, that's inside stuff. Right?
Absolutely.
And then not only that, he rolls off this thing. We have a fun moment. It was like, hey, that's why you play defense, and that's why I talk for a living, because I don't know what the hell you just said. Mm-hmm. And he even goes further with the Trevor stuff, like a little bit more, just from a little nuance, a little nugget here or there. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not trying to praise these guys like they're reinventing stuff. Mm-hmm. I just think they're giving you a little bit of something. And so I appreciate that. I think the viewer and the listener and the fan appreciates that. If you listen, the one thing I didn't say, I think, loud enough today when I had to hit from camp with you guys is I feel like today, and we'll see, we're still getting to know Liam Cohen. I feel like I saw him flip a switch, Austen, to hyper-focused, intense Liam Cohen.
Okay.
I think I saw it on the field, and I think I saw it even in the press conference. Go back and just watch the press conference. He is like locked in, really locked in. And again, that's this time of year. Not the first coach to ever be locked in.
You kind of have to be locked in.
Not the first one. Mm-hmm. But I think what we saw, but that goes back to what I asked you. I said, is he a player coach or is he this coach? I think our view is he's a player's coach. He's kind of a fun guy. He's got the Duval thing going, right? He's got a little swag to him. He's definitely a refreshing voice and a younger guy. But I think he's got a lot of that old school in him, too. I think you could see that a little bit on the field, and I'm wondering if you're seeing that intensity. He used the word yesterday, a lot of intentionality, I think is what he said. And like now you get a feel for him in in a meeting place. And the other thing I kind of thought to myself is like, it's not good enough. Like he's not satisfied. I think he's going to be a hard grader, not only on that quiz, but in practice.
Yep.
And you can still have affirmation. You can still have a good relationship with the players and do it the right way, without going to do gassers. Mm-hmm. But I think that grading system for Trevor is going to be really hard. And I do think there was a sense of that with Doug, too. I just don't know if Doug knew how to kind of also procure the relationship while I think he had so much expectation for Trevor, given his skill set and everything else and what they paid him. But I don't know if he knew how to I think it kind of pissed him off. And once he got pissed off, I'm not really sure he knew how to get unannoyed by it.
Sure. And once again, and this is, to Liam Cohen's credit, it's been a breath of fresh air. Like, yes, he has told us things. He has peeled behind the curtain a little bit to kind of take us in, just the coaching prowess that he brings to the table. I think it's based on a couple of things. I think it's based in confidence because everywhere Liam Cohen's been, he's had success. Whether it's with Will Levis, where he got the best out of Will Levis. Now we see Will Levis, it's like, okay, you might be a trivia question. You still have your Mayo commercials, but that's about it. But everywhere Liam Cohen has gone, he has had success. So in that, then you base confidence. But also, once again, it comes down to communication. In the past, with current NFL teams, I think it's like we don't want to give too much because they don't know, or we don't want to give too much because it could be a competitive advantage where if another team finds out. Like that's how paranoid NFL coaches can be, where I don't want to say something in a press conference because I don't want another coach from the division to hear it and then use it against me. Like it's paranoia at its finest.
Yes.
Paranoia at its most. And we live in a world where, hey, if I want to find out what kind of plays you run, I can go on YouTube and look them up in 5 seconds, right? Like sometimes it's a little over embellished, sometimes it's a little over exaggerated in terms of how paranoid you should be. But I think it's cool that now you have a regime with Liam Cohen, with James Gladstone, with Tony Baselli, where they have no problem kind of giving you some details, kind of giving you what you want to hear, because I think they're all confident. I think James Gladstone's confident. I think Tony Baselli's confident. And I think Liam Cohen's confident. Now, still got to win football games, right? Because then that confidence is justified. And if you don't, well, then maybe you start, keeping things a little more reserved. But until that time, I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is kind of what we started off when these guys were first hired as we called it emotional awareness, right? And that was the ability to flip it on and flip it off, right? On the football field and in the team meeting, it's hyper-focused. It's hard-nosed, maybe a little old-school football coach. And then when they're talking to us or they're talking to somebody else, it's, all right, well, that's off. We're shutting that off. We've been able to not change our personality by any means, but compartmentalize based off who we're talking to be relatable and to be just another guy. A lot of that the word that Gladstone used over and over and over was humility. And that's what it takes, right? With Doug, I'm not going to say he was an arrogant guy, but he had the vibe of, I'm a head football coach in the National Football League and I've won a Super Bowl. I don't have to tell you that, right?
Yeah.
We're not on the same level. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, but we're not on the same level, right? I am the head football coach of a national football team, right? You're not. And I think, and part of me, I agree, right? We talk about all the time. You have to have a certain amount of ego to get to where you want to get in the National Football
Don't mind that at all.
100%.
And by the way, Liam Cohen has that.
Sure. Absolutely. But you also have to be able to, okay, I talk this way to these guys. Okay, now I'm talking to Brent. Right now I'm talking to reporters. These are regular dudes who love the game of football. And I actually think he sees the press or the reporters. These are regular men and women who love the game of football just like I do.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that takes a lot of, that takes us, that's not, Vrabel's not that way. Like these guys, most of the coaches in the NFL are not this way. They don't treat reporters the same as they would a coach or a player or anything like that, as in with the same level of, they distance themselves, right? And again, I get it. Cohen's not doing it.
Well, because this is the communication. You understand that you need the media to try to convey your message. The more you give the media, the more you're going to get along. If there's a clash with media, then obviously your message doesn't get presented. Then there's a disconnect. It's all about communication, and so far, so good for this Jaguars organization.
Yeah, I would say, and I don't know how much. I did actually put out there when I was listening to the show, you guys earlier, I said how much does like body language and like you were talking about, right? Like kind of reading into some stuff matter when you were talking about a Vrabel, or I think you guys might have been talking about Callahan. I didn't see that.
The whole Titans thing?
The Titans thing. I didn't even see that. But how much does that matter right now? Well, it's what we got. That's what I always say. It's like what we've got. So we got all off season. Now we get a little more football to talk about. But then you get games, and then that will change. And by the way, how they handle that, the ups and the downs and the adversity and things get tighter and closer and all that too, how they handle those things. And how does that permeate throughout your players and throughout the building and throughout the fan base and the city. And this city's different than other cities. And that's the other thing you have to acknowledge sometimes. So there's a lot there. But I think you bring up a good point, Amby. I do think that emotional IQ part of it, where you take the old school coach, and let's use Doug as this example because he is an old school coach. I think Doug lived in a bubble. And Doug didn't get updates on what's going on outside the bubble enough to understand what not to say sometimes last year. So he came off that way. I say I don't think Doug's a bad guy at all. I think he could have been king of this place with a few more dubs. But I think he neglected to educate himself outside the bubble, specifically when things hit the fan.
Yeah, I just think with Doug, he made the mistake of he felt like he tried to have a competitive advantage by not sharing any information when it didn't really matter. And this all stems back to, once again, let's rehash it one more time. Well, no, it didn't work at all. But like this all comes back to the combine of who's calling the plays. Yeah. He felt like if he didn't say who's calling the plays, that could be a competitive advantage. Why else would he do it?
Yeah.
Right? And then it just snowballed from there. It was a guy who I think had a little bit of too much paranoia in terms of what's the big things that should be shared and what shouldn't be shared. And then that snowballed into players not trusting him. That snowballed into the media kind of rebelling against him a little bit. And then there's a disconnect. Simple as that. And now what you see with Liam Cohen, James Gladstone, Tony Baselli, that is the course correction of the disconnect where now you try to communicate with people.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Noon hour ahead. A couple of questions for Casey as he enters the fray. Hopefully we'll spin around. By the way, we've got a look from camp coming up on CBS 47 at noon. And tell you a little bit here from Brian Thomas Jr. there. And then hopefully have our Dewey Wingard interview coming up within the next hour before the end of the show. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane. Nice job, Liv.
Brent, you could have pulled that truck up there. You're fine.
I don't know about that.
You would have had it.
Nice job, Liv.
You would have had it.
Liv made it work.
Liv's got room to spare.
Too bad. It's a good thing she doesn't have a passenger. If Aspen jumped out of the side there, it'd be like stuck in the bushes.
Be all right.
I love it. I was really pissed off, though, that we couldn't get Casey to try to get in that spot today.
Yeah.
He would have come in here hot.
He would have felt some type of way about it for sure.
We'll be back.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Oh, look at the Chili. Chili guy's back. 30 years in a row outside training camp, day one. Looking good after all these years. He said that he started at Stevens Point.
Oh, nice.
I know his story for a while. And I'm sorry, he didn't start at. They went to Stevens Point when he got back. They got back from Stevens Point, and then at training camp here was when it started. Chili opening training camp. He just offers it up for fans, and it makes that big pot of it.
Did you try some?
I didn't today. Now, I have in the past. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
But now at 48 years old, I'm like, I'm not starting my day at 6:45 in the morning with chili.
It's not a bad call.
So this was the scene this morning. Had the D-line out there. Beautiful morning for camp, by the way, too. Get out of my way, guys. But
yeah.
Yeah, listen, the crowd. What's up, Casey Kurtz?
Go and zoom them up a little bit, huh?
Do you want me to do something here?
No, I'll take care of it.
You'll take care of it? Okay.
4 wide at Bristol. Here we go.
4 wide, I like that. We should all, like, when we go to this, we should have, like, our favorite car underneath.
Now we're talking, like an endorsement, like a sponsor or something. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a nice day at camp. It's a short, it wasn't, like, crazy crowded.
Yeah.
Not trying to sell that. Yeah. But it's also a very short practice. Like, by the time you get out there, that was a quick adjustment. By the time you get out there, it's almost over. I mean, really, practice didn't start till about 8:45.
Yeah.
So
Oklahoma drills, no.
No. But I told you guys earlier, I thought there was a little more intensity for an opening practice than maybe I expected. Like, it felt more normal than maybe I expected. But I'm not reading too much into that stuff. You're not getting me. Not getting me to do that.
You're 48?
48.
Damn.
Right.
I know. It's pretty crazy.
Damn. All right. What?
I'm 37.
That fits.
I'll take that.
That fits. That's okay.
That's what I was looking for. I was like, yeah, it's all right.
48.
Jeez.
Yikes.
Do you want me to go like the whole, like, I still think I could take you in basketball?
Oh.
You couldn't, but.
Ooh.
No, like I could.
I like
No,
this.
you couldn't.
I like this.
I just 48, man. That's crazy. Oh boy.
Well, hey, being 48, sometimes you don't know the trending things that are happening with the youth. You know,
That's true.
Or will I say
true.
middle-aged people, Casey? This is why you've been brought in here right now because we're gonna
emergency phone call.
Emergency phone
Hey,
call.
just
We're
to
gonna
note,
ask you a
before
question.
you get into that,
Okay.
he couldn't get into the parking spot, but he said if he had to only get into that parking spot, he wouldn't even have entered the building today.
Oh, I appreciate that.
What parking spot is it?
So the parking spot that Liv parked in. Did you see Austin's truck? He's taking up 2.
Austin always parks sideways.
I do, man. Sitting sideways, man.
Even when he had the Cadillac, it was
yeah. Sitting
The
sideways.
only spot left when I got here was that guest spot. I was going to go into that, but I couldn't because of the truck.
Okay, so
you could have got in there.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you bring this up.
What do you got?
Who's parked there right now?
That's me.
No, not
now it's Liv.
Liv, right?
She squeezed it in.
Olivia.
She's got room to spare.
Olivia Tasley, who's employed by Cox Media Group.
She's a guest.
Don't
Ooh.
snitch.
You're
yeah,
outing
see,
her.
right? Because Brent wanted to park
So
there.
now
I'm
you're more mad at that.
See, no,
Yes, I'm mad at that.
Would you
I
get
told
your
Brent
truck
the
car
same
there?
thing. Brent said he wanted to park there. I go,
You're not a guest
here.
You're not a visitor.
Yeah.
You work here.
Yeah.
Take your talents to the back.
That's what I said. I said, get out, take it on.
With all due respect, if you freaking guys can park in the guest parking, I can.
Are we not get? I'm sorry. Do you have insurance benefits? Do you have health care?
I haven't got paid $1 from Cox Media Group in years.
Hey, Casey, are you getting free health
Well,
insurance?
yeah, you're on
I'm not.
You're on the Brent plan, so I can definitely park in there ahead of you.
You're lucky I didn't see somebody in a suit when I walked in the door. I'd have been like, she's not a guest.
Brent,
Tow it.
Brent, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I ever come up and I see you parked in the guest spot, you're getting towed.
Yes.
Just let you.
100%.
I don't park in the guest spot often, but once in a while when I got to do it.
You're not a guest.
You're not a guest, man.
Hustling back.
You are a best. There we go.
You want to go back to some more chili?
I want to go to
You
Liv.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
I
Liv?
want to
Liv, can you
justify.
explain yourself?
Yeah. I had a camera, I had a tripod, I had a backpack, I had my lunch, I had my coffee.
Come on.
Come on. I'm not carrying that like a whole building away.
Don't look at me.
Wait, hold on.
Right?
What are you looking at me
I'm
for?
trying you justify me.
You.
Oh, wait.
I'm defending you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you part of the action sport? Like, are you part of the CMG family though? Like you get
Do you get a paycheck?
You get health insurance?
I do.
Get her out.
Move.
Get her out.
I'm
Move
cool.
her. Like, Casey, go right now.
She
get her
brought
out.
the Dewey Wingard
Nope.
interview back.
Nope.
By the way.
That's great.
I was hustling.
That's great.
That's fine. Like, you could unload your stuff there. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Then you got to get
Move.
out.
Take your talents out.
You guys got to fall in line with society here in the rules, all right? Because without rules, we have chaos. And you guys who have been vested here in the action sports Jack
I love
CMG
being a
family
rule breaker.
for years have no right to park in Casey and mine's spot as a guest.
By the way, this animosity about like these like benefits and everything else seems like it's still coming from the other side of the building for you. I don't really think you want the full-time status over here on this side of the building.
Do you want to see my tax returns and how much I had to pay? Because we can have this conversation. I should keep on the down low, but we can have this conversation right now. Okay?
What am I going to do about your tax return?
Well, I'm saying if I was a member of like the CMG company, then I wouldn't have to file, at
once
a 1099. Yeah.
You got to pay those things quarterly, man.
No, absolutely.
It does help.
Like, to pay it quarterly?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was with that for a while, and then
you got to pay quarterly.
It helps, bro.
No,
Just give them a little bit.
Where somebody would have. Well, I broke them off a piece.
Yeah.
They're still getting some more later.
I feel you.
All right.
So
before we get to Dewey
stay
here
for this.
Well, I think
she heard, but
I
don't
think
give
Liv
it
knows
away,
what
Liv.
this is. Casey.
Oh.
If I was going to ask you what a BBL is, what is a BBL?
You can say it.
Oh, okay. Fake butt.
Thank you. Yes, fake butt. See, Brent?
I believe it's technically Brazilian butt lift.
There it is.
Oh!
You didn't know that?
Do I know my guy or do I know my guy?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I told you, man.
I was really hoping you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
Why would you?
Because he's a member of society.
I'm out
he's
here
online.
I'm out here with people.
Where are you seeing?
What do you mean? Where am I?
BBL, like,
He's seeing him at the Town Center when he
it's a
interviews people
famous-
for Jacksonville Feud.
Where are you coming across that?
Brent,
What do you
celebrities a lot of celebrities
A
have
lot of
these. Like
celebs.
Cardi B, like I said, so because we talk about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs.
Okay, sure.
And Stefon Diggs
By the
broke
way,
up with Cardi
somebody
B
chimed in and
supposedly
said, "Stop
because
spreading the rumor." He debunked that.
I love how Casey didn't question
Oh, did he really?
why we
All
were
right, well, I'm
talking
spreading
about it.
misinformation. I don't know.
He was
Not
just
even a
little.
little. Yeah, no, it makes. I can see
I
how
had
that can
never
come
heard
up.
of it.
So you're telling me?
But that's not surprising.
No,
I
it
shouldn't
is.
say,
You're
right?
telling me at no point in time ever have you came across someone you're like, that's definitely not a real butt. Don't lie.
I just don't think he knew what it was.
I mean,
Where are you?
honestly, like
You got to do more than sports, man. You're 48 years old. Like, you need to go outside and talk to people about things other than sports.
We got BBLs taking over.
I should. Is your butt real or not?
So remember,
Maybe not that topic.
so this just dawned on me. This is like last season when you talked about the trunk of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I called him BBL Trevor. You had no idea what I was talking about then when I said BBL
I
Trevor.
had
Okay.
no idea.
All right. Dude's got a good poker face at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea.
Okay.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it, man.
Well, sometimes you do have to do that
Yeah.
in this show. You know what's funny? You just bring that up. I probably looked at a lot of butts in my life.
Hold on.
I respect it.
say
I
that
respect
again.
you saying that.
And
Brent, say it one more time so we can record that, please.
I've
Make
probably
that
looked
button.
at a lot of butts in my life, but I don't know if I've ever really, like, even processed the thought of is it fake or not.
That's shocking to me.
Like you can't tell?
Well, no, I've just never even thought like that's. I was like, oh, that's a big butt.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Or
It's reasonable.
man, that butt is fake.
The fact that Brent Martineau has turned into the Tina Belcher of action sports jacks and media. Tina Belcher's from Bob's Burgers, by the way. She has a fascination with butts. Brent, I figured you don't know who Tina Belcher is. Brent,
Go outside and talk to people.
I'm just saying, like, you can tell if it's a fake butt or not, usually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, now I'll start to process it that way.
'Cause, well, it's the
I've never
analogy.
thought about. I've never asked myself the question. I wonder if that's fake or not.
Two bowling
Now,
balls in a sleeping
there are
bag.
other things that
next
you
to some
wondered if are
pixies.
fake or not.
Settle
but
down.
It's crazy work.
Yeah.
it is
Liv
what it
save
is.
us.
I'm not arguing with you. Just
Liv
saying.
save us. It's the first
There's
day of
no
training.
way.
How often do you go to the town center
No.
Oh, at the town
and
center?
wonder if that lady's butt is fake or not?
I remember seeing my first fake butt. She was a waitress
Okay.
of ours. I can't remember what restaurant it was, but yeah, I was like,
That's amazing, actually.
I've never seen that. I think we were in Miami. That makes sense.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, it was very noticeable. It was the 2 bowling balls in a sheet, I would say.
In a sheet with some pixie stick. Because, see, this is the thing, man, right? Like, and listen, I'm not going to judge anybody's, BBL or anything, but, like, I feel like if you're getting an enhanced butt, you got to enhance your legs with it. Like
your quads.
Of course.
That's the tell, Brent, by the way.
That's the tell?
That's the tell, man. It would be like...
Misproportioned legs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like if you're fit, fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not fit and you have a very tight bowling ball,
yes.
it's like, okay.
And someday you're going to be not
It
fit.
would have been like
Someday
me going
you're
back to the
not gonna be fit.
dealership with my car and saying, yeah, you know what? Go and put the new engine in. And by the way, make it a turbo. And then let me have my 2013, outdoor, like the exterior, just carry that turbo engine. Like, it doesn't make much sense now, does it?
It does not.
Yeah, makes zero sense.
If you had only thrown caboose somewhere in there, it would have really played well.
That's a good point, too. Yeah.
I love the fact that
Butt talk,
I know you guys like my line, or at least chuckled at it. I actually like Liv's line. I saw my first fake butt.
It's amazing. No, it's actually it's a great line that it stands out in her head. She's like, well, I know the first time.
I will now.
Remember my first time.
I will now report back to you guys
With your
when
first
I
time?
think I found my first fake butt.
That's crazy work, Brent.
Brent's going to have Battle of the Sunsets, Battle of the Fake Butts. Let's get it, man.
Don't take any pictures, my
No,
guy.
I'm not
Leave
doing
that.
that. Not doing
Leave
that.
that
How
alone.
popular are fake butts?
I think
Okay,
around
well-
Jacksonville, not really.
So, okay, no, not really. But I'm going to say this much, okay? There's fake butts that look great, like that maybe you spent a little extra money on, right? And
Not
then
botched.
there's the ones where you probably went out of country to get because of a big discount.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it was like
And
a
you can
2-for-1
tell.
deal, maybe a Groupon deal, and you can tell like that. Yes. That's all I'll say about it.
All right. I'll report back.
Have you ever seen him on Botched?
I've never, I know the show. But
Is
I
Botch
can
still
only
on? That
imagine.
show's great.
I
can
think
only
it's still
imagine.
on. But
I
yeah.
can see that being pretty good.
It's a good
Yeah.
show.
I was going
you
to
feel
read
so
like
bad
a
with those people. Putting smack
an ad here or there, but I think I'll hold off on that for a little later.
Hold off on the
Around
odds.
We
this
need some
conversation.
space in between
Yeah,
these
hold on,
conversations.
I could segue very well into a restaurant here, though, but I won't.
Go ahead, actually.
Nah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna-
I want to see how you do this.
All of a sudden,
Play
we're
that
playing a
Segway
Segway game.
Yeah. Unless we have like a Brazilian steakhouse, I'm not sure what we're doing here, Brett. All right.
I'm just going to say feed the butt.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
It's a good tagline.
Feed the butt.
Feed it.
All right. Liv, you got an interview for us? I'm trying to
No.
Oh.
Don't try to get this show back on the rails. She just dropped in.
Oh, okay.
I put
got
in
you.
National Source Sports for you,
So-
Hamby.
Okay.
That's inside the business.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to get to some topics that you had.
Oh, that's
you haven't
cool.
even hit Ozzy Osbourne yet.
Oh, we haven't talked about Ozzy yet. No. Yeah. Death of a legend, man. I don't want to say gone way too soon because let's be honest, the dude was a rock star and lived life very loosely for a long time, I feel
76, but felt older.
Felt a lot older, man. And I think, a couple things we were talking about during the break. Like, number one, he kind of ushered in reality television, I feel like. I get that you had Survivor in the real world, but, like, to actually showcase a family,
Yeah.
like, I feel like the
Willingness to do
Osbournes
that.
were one of the first ones to do it.
Yeah. No, I agree with
Like,
that.
long before the Kardashians.
Yeah. And it was kind of a wild concept and show because Ozzy's, Ozzy. And I didn't even realize there's another kid that he had that didn't want to be in the show.
I didn't know that either.
So there's like another Osbourne just mad chilling.
Sure.
But yeah, dude, bro is a legend for sure. And it's crazy because he just did the concert like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, he did one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did like a farewell concert. He couldn't stand up. He just sat the whole time.
Yeah.
Still sang though. And then just straight
Didn't
up.
he have Parkinson's disease?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had Parkinson's.
I was asking
It was-
Austen that. I thought he had.
Well, and it's amazing. Like, even when you watch the show with him on MTV, like, obviously the guy wasn't like he didn't speak the clearest. Like,
Correct. Yeah.
They had subtitles for a reason when he was speaking sometimes in the show. But when you talk about singing, it's like the guy never lost it.
Yeah.
Like the guy could just be incoherent. Like, what is he saying? And then all of a sudden he sings in a concert. And it's like, there's Ozzy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so wild.
Yeah.
Crazy about songs. Like,
so wild.
There's a lot of people that talk and then when they sing, they sound 10 times different. It's like, whoa.
10 times. Well, what I say a lot is, like, you have no idea Adele is not American if she's singing.
True.
Yeah.
Right?
call.
Like, you have no idea accents.
For sure.
In song. Why is that? Like, why does that happen?
Even
Isn't
Dua
that
Lipa,
wild?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lipa?
that's a good one too.
Like,
You know Dua Lipa?
I do.
Nice.
How?
I do. I've seen her on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Huh. Didn't know who Sydney Sweeney was.
I can't-
But knows who Dua Lipa.
I can't imagine how down the bingo card that was.
By the way, that's not true. I
What do you
didn't know
mean?
who Sydney Sweeney was.
Okay.
I didn't know about the soap and all that
backwater
stuff.
and stuff, yeah.
I didn't know who Sydney Sweeney
Okay.
Good.
Got you.
You should.
You should.
Are you more glad that I know How do you say it? Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa?
No, Sydney Sweeney's more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, you guys mentioned her, and now she's all over my Twitter sometimes.
Lucky you.
But
Those robots.
The real thing with Ozzy, though, too, man, like, known for obviously Black Sabbath, Prince of Darkness, all this stuff, but also biting the head off a bat will forever, I believe, like, live in history when he better.
Those rock stars, man, are different.
No.
Liv, so here's Ozzy Osbourne back in the day with Black Sabbath used to have fake bats. And used to, just for, like, the scene. Well, then a real bat came on stage that he thought was fake. He bit into it, blood everywhere, happened to be a real bat, and had to get checked for rabies and stuff like that. Ugh. Yeah.
See, that's the point. Like,
partied, man.
Bro lived a lot longer than he probably should have.
No, see, and here's the wild thing, because, like, obviously drugs and alcohol, like,
Sure.
I mean, he's made it abundantly clear he did a lot of them,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah,
There's no secret.
You've probably maxed out your, your expectancy there. But then there's, like, some guys, like, I remember, like, when Bowie passed away, I thought Bowie was going to live forever.
Sure.
Like, I remember when Prince passed away, I thought, like, Prince was going to live forever. Like,
Betty White, R.I.P.
Yeah, Betty White as well. With Ozzy, it's like, Keith Richards, still another guy, like, from Rolling Stones.
Keith Richards is crazy. But he's still alive.
Yeah.
How do some of those guys survive so long?
It's a great
based on their lifestyle,
question.
right?
Yeah.
We had this conversation with Kim a couple days ago, like, where I have, I call her Oma, but she's like a great aunt. She's like mid-90s, I think almost 100. Drinks whiskey every single day.
Well, it's no lie. I'll tell you the same. My mom, and I know her too. My mom knows her better. She died. This lady died at 109.
Holy crap!
Kidding.
Maybe 107. But I think
hey,
still, bro.
Anytime you eclipse the century mark, you're
and
good
by
to
the
go.
way, if we when we would go visit, we'd stop by. She lived like near church and stuff, and we'd stop by. Maybe I saw her at 104, and she looked like she was 85. But she drank Johnny Walker.
There's something to be said for that, man.
I guess there is.
Now, not like a ton of it.
Yeah.
But she drank at 107. She's still drinking Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
There's no shot I want to live that long.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. If you look like this lady, you wouldn't mind it. Now, there's 107 that can probably be pretty rough.
Yeah.
I'm sure most 100 is pretty terrible.
I'm telling you, this was amazing. It was amazing. Like fountain of youth for sure.
And maybe you said this. Was she like in a home or was she at
own house?
Amazing.
Small little house
there it is,
right near church.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Dang, man.
So maybe there's something to the Scotch or whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah,
just a little touch of it a night.
Ooh, fasting and all this. Nah, man, it's a little whiskey here or there. You're good to go, man. It's that rock star
kills a lot of the bacteria.
I mean, listen, it is that rock
that's
star
what I was just thinking. Like, clear some of that out.
Maybe there's something. Brent, we should do some.
Forget
deep
the
dive.
keto diet.
Send Ben maybe a little bit, like whiskey and a correlation to living
age?
longer. Age, yeah. I don't know.
I don't encourage it the way Ozzy did it.
I know.
I think Ozzy was doing a little more than
Ozzy was doing just a little more than whiskey.
You said he came to welcome to Rockville.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It was 2018.
2018. I missed I don't feel like I remember hearing that.
It was
when you get a big name like that.
I looked it up. The three that weekend was Ozzy, whoever I said originally, Avenged Sevenfold, and then it was Foo Fighters. If you
okay. Yeah, I didn't go to that one, but I do remember that whole lineup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 20, which I think was the last one in Jacksonville, or maybe second last one in Jacksonville before they moved it to Daytona.
Yeah, and you still go there.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big loss getting on. What if they get that back at some point once downtown's done? Or
well, it's the whole noise ordinance thing, whatever.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
that was the reason. I remember it being a big story. I can't remember exactly why.
When you see it at the Speedway, though, it's kind of hard to believe it was ever in Jacksonville. If you think about it,
this is really true because like the Speedway, it just seems ginormous.
Yeah,
and in Jacksonville, it seemed a little more intimate. I agree with that.
All right. Hey, they're gonna like the Dewey interview.
I think so. I only bleeped out one F-bomb, and then Brent was like, I don't care.
Oh, we get F-bombs too?
Yeah, she bleeped it out. I was like, I don't care if you play it.
Okay.
But
It's fun.
He caught himself.
Yeah, he said, excuse me.
Like it's a sneeze.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Hey, just if you're jumping in, here in the noon hour, yeah, Jags did have training camp today. the first practice. This was really a 20 minutes that was worthy of like a June show.
No, without a doubt, man. That's why I try to cut the lid, man, but you want to keep going down the BBL road. It's all good.
I'm just trying to get some things off the list that we had.
You're good.
Hey, we did talk a lot of training camp for like 2 hours.
We did, man.
But just overall, Liv was there too. So while we've got her in for a second, you don't have to have everybody on the screen, Hamby. Don't work too hard there.
Bro,
hey,
stress.
Good day?
I thought so. I mean, obviously slow. I mean, it just looked like another OTAs, but I felt like everyone was a lot faster. I mean, if you can agree with that, Brent. I don't know.
Faster.
When I was watching like
Slimmer.
the routes, slimmer. Dewey talks about that.
Okay, I can't wait for that.
About everything now. I want to go back to the BBL.
We're trying to separate from that, Brent. We're separating.
Dude can't help himself.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I saw my sleeper, or what'd you call him, a Cinderella pick?
Darling.
Cinderella Darling. Camp Darling. My singer.
Singer? You and Hamby are on the
Brent,
same
did
page.
you listen to the first part of the show today? Probably not.
I didn't. No.
Are we going with Darlings?
Wait, you don't like Darling?
I don't like Darling.
What would you rather go?
I don't know. Underdog. Sleeper.
Sleeper's fine.
Well, because here's my big rant. I hear Darling, I think of like Sweetie or like.
Yeah, I get it. It's not a
Sweetie
football
pie.
term.
Nah.
You want to hold their hand.
Like if I see my boy Eli, I'm like, hey, Eli, man, by the way, you're my darling this year. I hope I get punched in the face because of that. I really do.
Yeah, you might not.
Oh yeah, but
would.
okay. But I hope everybody thinks about it. Like I don't like this Austen Lane guy. I just met him.
I got "Oh My Darling" AI song pumped up, ready to go.
There you go.
Start bringing it up.
Sorry, Liv.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. I feel the same. I can't call them darlings.
There you go. Right?
I
Just feels
their
a little
girlfriends,
weird.
wives, whatever they would have me in a chokehold.
I don't think they would do that.
Yeah.
It'd be nicer to you.
Maybe.
All right, let's do this. Let's get on schedule. We got Jacksonville feud coming up.
Wait, how my guy do? Somebody the second.
No, I told these guys. I said I got eyes on him, but I really didn't see him do a lot.
Well, because you know how we're getting elevated now.
He was on the sideline.
Both our cats are getting elevated.
There's that guy. There's Casey's guy.
Hey, because Maason Smith's out for a little bit. We get elevated now, Casey.
Somebody second can make the team.
Let these, let these 10th of the depth chart wide receivers try to fight it out. Me and you elevated, baby. Let's go. We got a shot.
And by the way, that is a little bit of the story from camp. One of the headlines: Maason Smith physically unable to perform list, much like Dennis Gardeck. This one's a little bit different. They saw Gardeck coming. They knew that one because of the ACL. This one, they didn't disclose the injury, and I don't know if they did. They haven't yet. I still don't think they don't have to right now. But it's just a tweak. It's not a major storyline, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I will say this. A lot of times you're like, hey, it's not a big deal. They'll be back. It's like, okay, but when will they be back? Like, is it 3 days? Is it 8 days? We don't know that part. But he also was very complimentary of Maason Smith offseason, which let you think like, hey, they've got some high hopes for him.
It appeared he was working his ass off to get ready for this camp, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully it's nothing serious. But also, I mean, hopefully he gets back soon because Eli Mostert's coming for that position.
Yeah, way to go full circle on the segment, by the way. Let's take a break. Back at it right after this. Brent and Austen show. Casey Kurtz, Liv stopping by. Hamby as well. And it's all quiet now. Back at it in the morning at 8:15 a.m. And hey, since it's lunchtime, how about a little Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls? 3 locations in Jacksonville over at the Town Center. Maybe Casey could get some while he's asking the Jacksonville feud questions. Or up in Fernandina Beach, or down in Durban as well in St. Johns County. You can visit for all the locations, masonslobster.com. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models, or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with a purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
It's fast-paced.
Hands off on first down, and there goes Edward Vander.
High fly.
Wide open receiver. It's caught.
Action-packed weekend fun. Fun for the entire family. It's the Jacksonville Sharks.
I feel like anybody could play in this league. It's gotta be like backyard football, right?
Whoa! This ain't the Arena League, Brent. This is the indoor league, and they play defense here.
It's a lot safer to just watch the professionals play. And watching is a lot of fun. A party in the stands at the arena for kids and adults. And it's indoors. Get out of the heat for the summer and watch the Sharks shine inside. Jacksonville Sharks football, season number 15. It's the drive for 5, and it's still alive. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
All right. So here's my question. I was driving down the road the other day, and I saw this truck. And on the left, you can see the start of a word.
Oh.
And then State Farm. So I'm just wondering, what did State Farm do to this guy that made him write F-U State Farm on the back of his truck?
Yeah, that's pretty odd. Like, I didn't know. Like,
what happened?
Do we know that's what the rest of it said?
I took the picture.
I think he
so you know.
I blurred it out.
Yeah, you can tell us blurred out.
Oh, okay.
That's an iPhone highlighter that I did 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, Jacksonville, Casey?
This was at the town center. Oh, I was on the way to the Jacksonville feud.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is unreal.
So what? This guy's just driving around, and there was like a little more
underneath.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I was in a bad spot. But what did State Farm do to this guy? Like, you know what I mean?
It's a great question.
Like, how bad do you have to be to write "F-U State Farm" on the back of your car? That I assume is insured by State Farm, or was it what died?
It was. I would say
and instead of like going on Google and like writing a bad Google review,
right?
Like you take it upon yourself to literally just advertise it.
And I can promise you, it said every single letter of that word. Like the guy's driving around with the F word on the back of his car. That he
Do you
wrote.
think maybe he works like a different, like a competitive insurance company?
No. That's what I'm saying. There's a million things that could happen.
I would like that.
Like it could be that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing State Farm probably didn't pay out when they were supposed to.
State Farm has the khaki guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, this is the guy.
Isn't that amazing?
This is the guy that
Maybe
emails
he's an
Action
Allstate
News
guy.
Jacks over something. Like
Maybe
takes the
he's an
time to do
Allstate
it.
guy. You know, maybe he's
Diehard Allstate
he's
guy.
an Allstate seller. Who knows?
Loves Allstate.
Yep.
He's got Allstate stock. He's like, I can drive
Are you
on
in good
State Farm
hands?
if I do
Bleep
that.
State Farm.
That's wild.
I couldn't believe
You know
it.
what? You're right. Like that seems pretty loud. Obviously, Casey saw it, brings it up, but like State Farm doesn't care about that.
Not at all.
They don't want
No,
the bad
they-
Google review though.
That's a good point.
I just thought it was
They
super
don't want
odd.
that.
I like looked over and I was like,
Yeah, that is
hold
wild
on.
to see.
That's
That's a
like the
double
white
taker.
screen. I'm
That's
like, hold on.
crazy.
I gotta get this because like
That's wild.
who does that? Like a million things I've seen written on the back of cars. I've never seen F State Farm.
No, for
That's
sure.
pretty good.
So
Well,
it doesn't have anything to do with anything, but I
No,
thought it was wild.
that was
to
nicely done.
transition
segue, yeah.
transition this home.
You have a State Farm read now? Or?
No,
Well, no, maybe
Somebody else.
Dewey
did.
someone has some gripes with
Dewey Wingard might want to write something else, just a different name. from after talking to him today, we had a chance to catch up with him right after practice. Liv and I actually, I think, did you jump into this interview or did you cut that part out?
I cut the part out where you mentioned me.
Oh, I did. You didn't get credit. I'll credit you right
Well, there's
now.
enough. You mentioned me twice.
Oh yeah, there we go. Twice.
I
All
see you, Liv.
There you go.
There we go.
Getting just got to give proper props. Here's our conversation right after practice with Andrew Wingard. Man, this is year 7. They can't get rid of Dewey.
No chance. No chance.
Is that crazy?
It is. God has been so good to me, and I feel like I'm just getting started. And I think this organization is just getting started. So it's, I love it here. I love it. I love Jacksonville. I love the people. Everyone treats me so good, and it's just a blessed place to be.
Why do you say you feel like a rookie or reborn? I heard a couple of you saying that. Why?
Yeah, it just feels like a fresh start. Whatever, that injury last year just kind of did something to me. I don't know what it was. Really refreshed me. Met the girl of my dreams. Had 2 months to just kind of just reset. I was kind of burned out. I really was. I won't lie to you. And it kind of just changed me. And my mind has elevated to a new level, and new coaching staff, new energy, new everything. I feel like a rookie.
Did you realize that in real time, all those things you just said, maybe a little burnout, or did it take a few more months or now to kind of that hit?
I think it definitely didn't hit me instantly. I was obviously like sad and stuff because, was playing great last year, had a great opportunity to play. So I was hurt, but then after a while it wasn't like I was depressed or anything. So I knew like, oh, I'm not like depressed about this injury. So obviously this can be used for good. And I had a great sports psychologist who was here, Dr. Mick Franco, and he helped me with a lot of things. But I feel like I haven't played football in a year and a half. And obviously played 9 games last year, but it was like, so I just feel really, really good.
You said opportunity. It looked like you were going to get that opportunity last year.
Yep.
You feel like you're going to have a similar opportunity this year?
Absolutely. And, we all know it's the NFL. But I think this staff, this front office, these coaches, I think the best players are going to play. And that's how it should be. And whether I'm the best or whether I'm not, who knows? I believe I am. So I'm just going to – that's what I do every day. You see it. I just go out and play football. I do what I was born to do. So wherever the chips stack, whatever. But in my head, I'm going for it. So
it seems like Camp, his personality, if I could pick one guy out on this team that fits, it's you. Do you feel that way?
Absolutely. I mean, he's bringing up like stoic references from like Socrates and stuff in the meetings, and I'm like, jeez, pull my finger, So it's super cool, and I love his mentality, and I just love this coaching staff. But again, there's going to be hype. There's going to be these interviews. Oh, we're so good. We're so this. Every team's doing that. This is about winning football games on Sundays. So if I can be of any help to my teammates, to these coaches, I'm going to go out and win and do everything I can to win because I believe I'm a winner. So I think that's been the hardest part here is losing. Like, you go out and play great, your team loses, you all suck. You know what I mean? So we need to go freaking win. And I'm going to do my best to fire these guys up and bring guys along because I see the vision. I see that stadium full. I see these fans and that vibe. Remember in 22, like, it just gives me the chills just thinking about it. So I don't even remember your original question, but camp. Oh, yeah, it was about camp. I think that sort of collective consciousness of minds that are just on fire and wanting a burning desire to do great things, I think we are starting to get there. But again, it guarantees absolutely nothing.
I don't think we saw it right away, but in hindsight, it feels like you could question on day one whether there was full buy-in to what the defense was trying to do last year. Is that fair?
Yeah, and again, I was only there for X amount of days, but it was just,
Started in Washington.
I don't even know. You know, it was just things that no one was conscious to were going on in the building that no one knew about, and this and this and that. So whatever, we're here now, and I just know that, again, it guarantees nothing, but the vibe is there this year. So.
But it's important to buy in, right? To the defense you're playing, the style you're playing. I mean, do you feel like that feels different in meetings?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's preached. It's preached. And that's what I really respect about Liam and Camp and all these guys. It's like, you got to do your freaking job. Like, again, I can't say it enough. This is the NFL. Like, if I'm a coach and I have a job to go win games, and you're a guy who doesn't do what you're supposed to do, you're not going to be on the field. And so they're really training that in meetings and everything of like, you do something wrong, you're going to get called out. And are you going to put your ego up and, cry, or are you going to take the coaching and get better and be a pro? So I think that's where this team is evolving, because those coaches are doing a great job of making us, pushing us just enough. Not too much, but the perfect amount.
You guys all look better.
Yeah.
Do you feel, you said, again, rookie. I mean, however old you are, I forgot to look it up.
Yeah,
I mean, but you didn't have to add the weight that other guys did. But I'm looking like Devin Lloyd looks like a different person. Like a lot of these guys look different. I mean, are you talking to the guys like, hey man, we feel different too.
Absolutely.
We feel fast.
Absolutely. And it's funny you talk about weight. I was in OTAs and I was, I did a bunch of lifting in the off season. I want to get big, and I was like 213 pounds and got out in OTAs and I was just like, forgive me, sorry. I was like, dang. I was like, this just don't feel good. So get in the summer, all we did was run. Me and Foye and Chad, we were all training out in Denver at the altitude, and I dropped 10 pounds. Come out today and I'm like, feel like a new man. So that is a definite point of, they told some guys to get bigger last year, and this is the 2025 National Football League. It ain't, it ain't Jack Lambert and Mike Singletary, banging heads every play. It's almost damn near turned into like soccer conditioning or rugby conditioning. So absolutely. And you look at Devin, you look at, even myself, I lost 10 pounds. We're all lean, keeping the strength, but it's a running man's league. So, we all feel pretty good.
You got some?
Travis Hunter.
Oh, good question.
Oh, yeah.
Travis Hunter. You could have asked, but, I mean, what's this like playing against him and then with him?
It's cool. It's cool. And again, it's the National Football League, so a lot of people get starstruck, which they rightly should. He's an unbelievable athlete, unbelievable talent. You're in the NFL, you're like, all right, let's go. Let's see what you're about, young cat. So it's cool. That's what it's cool about. And it's also cool to kind of be those older vets that kind of push him, kind of like, let's go. Like, you see the talent he has and you just think how good he could be. He's obviously got a ton of work to do. He's not the most polished route runner and stuff, but I'm just excited to see him on Sundays, because you get a guy like that, and when this lights come on, big crowd, it's like he just starts to do crazy things on game day. So I'm super excited to see that, and it's just cool to see how level-headed he is. He's not a diva. He's not like a star. He's out here working every day. It's super cool to see that he's got that level head. Makes you respect Dion a lot. Dion gets a lot of hate, but he grooms these guys. He's smart and teaches them the mentality. Shadur and all his sons too. So it's cool to see that.
I remember we did a show at some point last year, and I was like, this team misses Dewey, the juice.
Yeah.
Forget about the play. With all due respect, how much? Well, you bring it, but does he bring that? And how much do you need that part of it in the meeting room, in this building?
Well, you just got to have that. That's something you can't coach. We were talking about the edge. What edge do you have? And if I was to have an edge, for whatever reason on Sundays, I just turn into a demon. And I think he's like that too. And I think, you look at Brian Thomas, a guy who doesn't say a word to anyone, gets on Sunday and he's just talking smack. It's funny, Coach Cohen brought up the Mamba mentality. Watch the Kobe video. So we got some alter ego guys that can really, you need that. You need guys that just, wow, on Sundays. So I think it's cool that James and all them traded up and just made a splash for a guy like that. So you definitely need that, though. Without that, it's like, what's the fun? It's still football. So you need that for sure.
All right, we got to let you go, but the golf game really that good?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely dialed. Bagging putts, throwing darts, hitting bombs, basically doing everything. So
it's impressive. As long as you beat Dad.
Yeah. Still love you, Dad. But the guard has changed.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Brent.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. He's something. He said he shot a 171 out there today. His best.
Wow.
I'm sorry, not today. This summer, his best round. 8 rounds in the 70s for Dewey. So got a golf simulator in the house now. But what's your take on what he said?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think it's anything earth-shattering. Like, everything he said makes a lot of sense, right? And I think at least he feels like he didn't get a fair shake in terms of being on the field, right? And I think honestly, I was expecting more. I was expecting more to grill Doug Peterson, to grill Ryan Nielsen, but I thought he handled it like a professional. This is a guy who has a lot to prove.
Yeah, I think what people miss is that he was probably going to be the starting safety last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think people forget that. I don't think they think about that. Do you think he ends up being the starting safety this year?
We kind of broke this down to start the show off. I mean, if he
was with the ones today.
If he is with the starting safeties, it's because he's earned it. And you know, I think the attitude that he brings is going to help him out. But you also have a lot of guys. You have Caleb Ransaw, where's he going to fit in? Darnell Savage, where's he going to fit in? You assume Eric Murray is going to be the shoo-in right away at strong safety. So we'll see. But I also need to know what this defense is going to be. I need to know, are they going to have a strong safety and a free safety? Are they going to interchange? Kind of like Campanelli has maybe done before a little bit. So until I know what the defense is going to be, it's hard to say.
But you get the sense you're not happy with that coaching staff last year.
Correct.
Now, was he putting them on blast or not by name, again, a year later? And I've already said this, by the way, before. I walked up on, when we were getting set for this interview, Gary Smith's got him too. And so Gary will probably have something out. And I felt like, I even told you guys when I first did the interview, I felt like he used some stronger words about last year than even he did with us. And maybe he had already used those words to Gary, like he wasn't just going to repeat the same soundbite. But the what I had walked up on. And so, yeah, I think this feels different to them is the point.
Sure.
You know, it feels a little different to us and the refreshing and all that stuff, but inside the building, it feels different. And it didn't feel right this time of year last year. That's the point. I don't think it was like, hey, we went 4-13, so everything sucked.
Yeah,
I think it was, this is probably going to suck.
Yeah. You knew right off the bat.
Like in July. Well, we didn't.
But it felt
But
like
I think they did, which is pretty interesting. That's where I think it's so vastly different this time around. A little Jacksonville Feud for us?
Sure.
I was watching a lot of Family Feud last night, by the way. Steph had it on, and they did terrible at Fast Money yesterday. They were brutal. I mean, it was awful.
Was Steve Harvey?
Yeah. They did have a guy on last night that actually did an impression of Steve Harvey. It was pretty good. He kind of looked like him.
All right.
Who's your favorite host of all time, Family Feud, real quick?
Gotta be Steve.
No, Hamby, you're so young.
Well, whoever the first guy was, it's hard to always beat.
Is that Charles Dawson? Is that the
Steve is better.
But I'll tell you what.
Or something Dawson?
Steve Harvey's really good.
He's fine.
He's good. It's
fine.
It's a totally different one, though. It's like, it's edgy.
Casey.
Now. Has some edge.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it wasn't edgy when was it Dawson? Richard Dawson?
Richard Dawson. I think it was Richard Dawson.
Dude was kissing women on the lips like it was going out of style. That was edgy. You had husbands there watching Richard Dawson just like, come on, man. That's as edgy as it gets.
That's a little edgy.
Yeah, that's really edgy. That's my OG right there.
Where are we going?
Sorry, Casey.
Hamby, the first one you have is the one I sent you first, right? Just
That's correct.
Okay, sounds good. So as you saw,
You didn't change this to plastic surgery or anything, right? In the last
No, I'm just making sure I don't set something
What
up.
is a BBL?
Who has the biggest BBLs in celebrity? Yes.
Top 5 answers.
Hey, we might
BBLs.
bring this back on Friday then.
Let's get it.
All right. So anyway, on the way to Town Center, saw the guy with the truck, said, oh, this is weird. This is going to be a good one. And at the Town Center around the Dick's Sporting Goods, found some people wearing Jags gear, and I said, top 5 things you're looking for at Jacksonville Jaguars training camp.
Okay.
Austin?
I mean, obviously, I have to give the low-hanging fruit here. I got to go Travis Hunter. More specific?
No, you can go with Travis Hunter if you'd like, or you can go more specific.
I mean, I'll just
get more specific than Travis Hunter.
Well, like where offense or defense, like
So
where's he
Travis
playing?
Hunter, that's
Travis Hunter. Yeah, it's Travis Hunter.
Hamby? Travis Hunter?
Yeah, give it to me. Come on.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
I like how he said low-hanging fruit, but he didn't go with the quarterback.
I feel like if you
I'll go with the quarterback.
Really? Not the first round draft pick that everyone's talking about? Okay.
So you're going Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Anything to do? Yeah, there we go.
That is low-hanging fruit.
Growth of Trevor. Okay.
That's what people were telling me. They said, I want to see how Trevor Lawrence
So
is
this kind of
growing in
gives
this
us an idea
offense.
that's going to be more like...
Yeah, this isn't just necessarily players. This is like storylines a little bit.
I'm going with what people say.
No, I got you, dog. I mean, you got to be like Liam Cohen's coaching prowess.
Wow.
Liam Cohen.
Might have got carried away with the
last word
phrase.
All right, I'm going to see what Hamby's going to do
Liam
here.
Cohen's coaching.
Because there's one that this could be, but I could also see him giving you the buzzer. Hamby, yes or no?
Give it to me, Hamby.
I'm going to give this one.
All right, fair enough. I think that's what you should have done as well. Number 5, leadership changes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Boy, where do we go from there? Leadership changes, growth of Trevor, and
you were out there today.
Yeah,
anything you were looking at?
Yeah, Jags running game.
Running game.
I lost that. Where does the incorrect button go?
Yeah. I wouldn't give him that one. There's one that may be slightly close, but no.
All right.
Okay, I was gonna. I say like running back depth, but I'm not gonna flirt with that now. Go ahead and give me defensive changes. Like, what does a defense look like this year? What is this? I don't know, man.
I always say, by the way, I was watching the show yesterday, and I was like, Steph, there's no way they're getting this. Because when you have to put an answer out and then explain your answer, you're screwed.
Yes, correct.
On Family Feud.
Defensive changes, I thought would have been one.
I'm gonna say the offense instead of running backs.
Well, no,
you said one could be underneath.
Offense, defense.
You can't just go offense.
Players.
Special teams.
Footballs.
One of these has to do with the offense.
Offensive line.
So you're going offensive line.
That's a little too niche, I think. Okay.
Well, he said it. So I was close
Stability.
with the running back.
Stability.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You guys are making these people in Town Center out to be idiots.
Yeah, they are going. They're pretty educated.
Well, they're not concerned about your first round pick and Travis Hunter, so they are a little bit.
Maybe
a little bit. I mean, I said so. It's not wide receiver. I said wide receivers, so it's not wide receivers.
You said Travis Hunter.
Okay, wide receiving.
Should have done that.
Wide receiving?
Wide receiving. Are these
the Jags
are
pass
these
rush.
receivers wide? Jags pass rush?
The Jags pass rush.
Yeah.
Hamby? Giving it to him? He's giving it to you. D-line domination.
Okay. Wow, people are intense with that one. D-line domination. Yeah.
You want to try to get one right here?
No, probably not. Tight ends. Brent Strange.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars secondary. My gosh. I guess the only one people would be. I mean, I don't know why you'd watch this in camp, but I'm going to say, I guess we'll go with special teams.
Oh, is
Camp
Logan
Little.
cooking? I don't know. Like, what are we doing here?
What are we missing here? Liv, we missing something?
Don't think position group.
Don't think position group.
I was going to say Devin Lloyd.
Don't think position group.
You got leadership changes. You got Trevor. Those are like overarching things.
Sure.
We're
Is it a
talking
person?
camp. This was camp, right?
We're talking, it could be a person.
So it doesn't have anything to
ETN?
do with a schedule. I'll say.
Are we talking like the Roar cheerleaders? Or, is there some like, okay, well,
Preseason
I don't know who
games.
you're interviewing.
This is what you're looking for at training camp is preseason games?
It's part of it. Miami Dolphins practice.
Go outside and talk to
like
people.
joint practice, you mean? What else are we looking for? People at the town center, what would they say?
What's like a big thing that people get excited
merch.
about? What's a big thing that people get excited about?
Putting pads on.
No, in the off season. Let me
Oh,
finish.
like touchdown catches or routes or something?
No. You guys
Highlights?
did
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a 16-hour special?
The draft picks.
But not Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I almost went draft
Young.
picks, and then you didn't say young. Yeah, that's a little curious. But you were too specific, man.
I guess so, man. Draft picks. All right, I got it. I
Boy.
mean, Brent, I think you won that one, but
I guess I did.
I don't
Even
think
before
I
the young
don't think we either feel good about that one. There you go, Hamby.
I felt okay.
You
Brent
guys
back.
are
Good answer.
You guys are on the downhill of this game. It was rough last time. It's rough again.
Yep.
I think Austin's got a shot here.
Yes.
Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. Top 5 things Ozzy Osbourne is known for, according to the people outside of Barnes & Noble.
Okay.
That's where they sell albums there. There's no other music stores.
All right. Should I go
on.
first? All right. Obviously, the bat.
Biting a bat? Do we? Yeah.
Is that number one?
It's actually not.
Huh.
But it is on there.
Okay.
Drugs.
I would say, what he's...
Dude, I don't make up the answers,
You
dude.
can ask. That's like so... It's like, Brent, everybody's known for drugs. Like,
drugs is crazy work, Brent.
Yeah. Man
just passed away. Have some respect.
Are we going to say his reality TV show?
Reality TV career?
Shen!
Better believe it.
Okay.
There we go.
Brent?
I'll go the negative side of things again and try Parkinson's.
Health issues, diseases of some kind?
Okay.
No.
Brent, just name the guy's freaking band.
I know. Black Sabbath. That was the next one. Black Sabbath.
Top things he's known for.
Zach Wild.
We have a Black Sabbath.
Or I'm
on
not
there.
sure if he's still really kicking it. Maybe it's Zach Mild now. Black Sabbath. There we go.
Unbelievable.
Brent?
Number one answer still on the board.
Ozzy Osbourne. What's he known for?
This is.
Should I really say music?
Whatever. No, you shouldn't say music. Actually,
I got one. Yeah.
Sharon.
What's his nickname? Okay.
Isn't that her name?
Yeah, her name is Sharon.
That's good.
Good.
I'm not sure this is really what he's known
Put him
for,
on the
but
board.
it's his nickname, so you call him the Prince of Darkness.
Hamby.
Oh yeah, Prince of Darkness, man.
There you go.
They're Darkness. Brent, you want to get
Why
one?
don't you try to participate?
Not really.
Brent, you want to... Sorry, it's not Dave Matthews or Garth Brooks. You know, there's other musicians out there.
Yeah, I guess so.
My bad, man.
I don't have a guess.
I'm gonna say Ozfest. Like his giant festival that he threw.
Hamby.
I can't give that one.
Okay.
Oh.
You can buzz me. It's okay. There you go.
So it's got something to do with that. I would have guessed long hair.
Is this the Alamo thing?
This is not the.
Okay. We did something bad in the Alamo.
I don't remember what it is. Oh no, Ozfest is not close.
Ozfest not even close. Okay. What is Ozzy Osbourne known for? I mean, like songs, but like, is this?
Well, but you were somewhat close here. So is there another big?
He wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't.
Not really.
Oh, it was like Hamby was hesitating.
He was a little bit.
Did he have another? Is there a?
It kind of goes with what Brent said first, sort of, kind of.
What I can't remember what Brent said.
Drugs.
Oh,
like an incident or something?
No.
Partying?
Is there I don't know which age we're at here. From
overdose?
No, like Lollapalooza, or
what?
What's the other one?
Ozfest?
No, what's the other one? The 60s.
No. No.
No, it's not that.
It's not that. Okay, so
is this gonna be hard to get?
No.
Like, Brent, are we talking about Woodstock, by the way?
Yes, I was.
I don't think it was at Woodstock.
So,
I was saying some of those big things. Was there another one like that?
I mean, I don't know.
Like somebody who you would think is on a lot of drugs, right? But doesn't totally ruin their life.
Okay.
What do they do?
He's a performer. He's a singer. I don't. Casey, that's a horrible.
Rehab? Like, what do we talk? Oh.
She's close.
Okay.
She's on the path.
Oh, he's like a recovering alcoholic, recovering drug addict.
You're close.
Recovery.
What's more do you want? Recovery or rehab? Like, there's something more to this.
It's close. You're right there. Take it home.
What's he known for?
He's out of rehab. So what do you say? He's lost in. I don't know.
Spokesperson?
Is he born again? Is he is this a religious thing? Is he not the Prince of Darkness anymore?
Recovering drug addict.
Here we go.
Put it on, please. Come back. Okay. Come back. So you all say it at the same time, everybody. Come back.
Come back.
Come back.
Guy's been known to
forget that.
Guy's been known to be down on his luck more times than not. He always comes back from it.
Dude had made some comebacks, but in his personal life and also like his physical health. It's a good point.
No duh.
Okay.
No duh.
No duh. Whatever, Casey.
Whatever. That was a hard one, the fifth one.
These bits, man. I'm trying to spoon feed you guys.
Hey, I got 4 of them. What more do you want from me?
No, you did it.
I carried the load.
It's great.
Can we post a picture of we have another one, or is that it?
That's it. Thank
you. Hey, you want to post my video real quick that I shared with yesterday?
Yes, I would love to.
Cool. So
Can you get to it in time is the question.
I've lived in Jacksonville now for 16 years off and on.
Did you see the State Farm guy too?
This is the this is the first time that I've seen this happen and live. I'm curious if you've ever seen one of these happen because they're rare to see it in person. So I was told, and I almost shed some tears when I saw this. Being real. I don't know how much more I can set up for Hamby.
Give him a second.
Yeah. Stretch it out a little more.
Wait, can we guess?
You've been in Jacksonville for 16
guess
years.
what this
That's
is?
kind of crazy.
This is more. It's more of something that would happen where I live now, which you know because we're
Beaches.
almost neighbors. Yeah.
Almost neighbors.
You saw a whale?
No, I've seen whales before.
Is it something at the beach?
Is it an animal?
Fox?
At the beach? Liv?
Florida panther.
What? Okay. First of all, there are a lot of foxes at the beach.
No.
Is it
sea turtle?
I almost cried. Bang. So
I was close.
So to set the scene
1
real
second
quick.
earlier.
So I guess what
my
happened the
gosh.
previous night, a bunch of sea turtles hatched from the nest that was blocked off. They went the wrong direction towards the road and they all got lost. This was the only one that was left. And the guy saw it in the dunes. He was trapped. So he rescued it and then he had it in a bucket. And then when the sun was going down, he released it out here. Brent, listen, I'm all for nature and the circle of life. Hey, sometimes it is what it is. Dude, I was invested in this little guy right here because the waves hit him and he's so small, he had no idea.
Yeah.
He's not with any of his brothers or any of his family. He's by himself. And now he's got the longest road ahead of him. By the way, there were birds circling. Brent, I was ready to punch some birds.
Can he survive?
He's probably already dead.
Probably
No,
not, right?
Brent, it's
No,
less
he
than
can
1%.
survive.
No, he's already dead.
There was a turtle expert there. It's a less than 1% chance of survival.
He's cooked.
Because he's by himself?
Well, no, just in general.
In general?
Why?
Really?
Because there's birds, number one, but number two, the fish in the ocean. He's got to have to grow and swim through the ocean.
But they do it all the time.
Is this Lion King?
Also, turtles are mean. Who cares?
Dude, sea turtles are cool.
They're mean.
Who cares?
He said who cares?
Oh, I thought you agreed with them.
Sea turtles are mean. It's probably already dead. Turtles are mean. Screw it.
Can
See
you
you
get
tomorrow.
us out of
Tell us what
Jumanji?
Dan Edwards up next.
Are we going to Jumanji? What was that?
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired